following is a presentation of Yankton Baseball on KYNT, your home team for Yankton Athletics. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Hy-Vee, Dakota Beverage, The Boathouse, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Triple Time Rudy's, the UPS Store, First Dakota National Bank, Yankton Medical Clinic, FNBO, Avera, Olson's Pest Technicians, Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance, First Chiropractic Centers, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Dole Distributing, Missouri River Associates, Vision Real Estate, Mason Schramm and the Move Group, MT&RC Smith Insurance, and Vision Care Associates. Now we go live to the field for Yankton Baseball on KYNT.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Riverside Field in Yankton, South Dakota. It is the opening game of the Lewis and Clark Classic. This is one of 4 pods happening this weekend at the Classic, and there is a lot of baseball to be played, not only here in Yankton, but also in Hartington, Crofton, and Vermilion. I am Brayden Butler, joined by Josh Boelter. We'll have the Yankton games for you right here on KYNT and KYN-TV throughout this entire Lewis and Clark Classic. And Josh, this is the first big Classic of the year for the Legion season, and it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and shame on you for not congratulating me. I am a Lewis and Clark Classic rookie. This is my first Lewis and Clark Classic.
Welcome to the Lewis and Clark Classic.
Whoa, I know. I feel like, is this what calling the Super Bowl? It's going to be a lot of fun. Better. Look, there's a lot of baseball from a lot of different spots coming around here to play it. It's really awesome, and looking forward to it. And like you said, a lot of baseball to be played here over the next couple days. And
just how much baseball that is, well, let me break down the Classic for you real quick. This will be our Classic breakdown here live from the Fairfield Inn & Suites and Holiday Inn Express broadcast booth. Get great rates, flexible reservation changes by calling either hotel direct. So 4 pools: Yankton, Vermilion, Crofton, and Hartington. In Yankton's pool are Blair out of Nebraska, West Fargo of North Dakota, Watertown, and the team that Yankton will start things off against today, Scotland, Minnow, Freeman, Canastota, the 79ers of Post 152. That'll be our opening game today in Yankton. In your Vermilion pool, the Vermilion Post 1 will have Del Rapids, J.C. Brager, which is just outside of Lincoln, Sioux Falls West, and West Central. In the Crofton pool, Sioux Falls East, Tabor, Mitchell, Madison, and the hometown Crofton. And in the Hartington pool, Hartington, Seward of Nebraska, Dakota Valley, Renner, and Parkston. So teams from 3 different states here, South Dakota, North Dakota, and Nebraska, all represented. Only one team from North Dakota, but we will see them tonight, actually. That'll be the second game today between Yankton and West Fargo. That is scheduled for a 6:30 p.m. opening pitch. That is kind of your rundown of the Lewis and Clark Classic. A lot of baseball to be played, and like we've talked about already, should be a great weekend.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I'm curious to scout those Watertown guys. Don't know what they look like. But, going to be a lot of fun, like you said. Teams from Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota. Going to be a lot of fun baseball here. And, of course, we start and end with Post 12 tonight, and looking forward to it.
And you mentioned that Watertown, obviously a familiar opponent. That is the only game this weekend that will count towards the Legion standings for Yankton, as they are in the same class. Everything else is, a weekend classic, trying to see what you got. And obviously bragging rights are on the line, but it is just about going out there and having some fun this weekend.
Absolutely, and once again, Yankton with the chance to make an early statement here, come out and get a victory. We'll see if they can do that, and of course, we'll break it all down and look at everything here and see what Yankton can do today. First and last games of the day.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun once again, and how many times can I say it's a lot of fun, John? Hopefully you realize I'm having a great time. We're going to come back in a couple minutes. We'll have your stats in focus, courtesy of Vision Care Associates, looking at some team stats. Flashing back to the high school season, we'll touch on last week's games, earlier this week's games against Brayden Valley as well, but only 2 games so far in the Legion year for Yankton. Back in 3 minutes, this is Yankton Post 12 Legion Baseball, KYNT, KYN-TV.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care, whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists. Shop the sales and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Ready to build your next project, but can't get anyone to show up or even give you a quote? Call John Kopp, owner of Kopp Building Innovations. He will show up and he will make sure you are happy with your project. Trust in Kopp Building Innovations. KBI is an authorized WIC builder offering custom solutions. Whether you need a residential garage, an agricultural pole barn, or a commercial building, we will work with you. For more information or to get a quote, visit koppbuildings.com.
Spring is here and the games are just getting started. From baseball season in full swing to NHL and even golf, At the Bar has it all on. Add in local matchups and more, and there's always a game worth watching. With TVs everywhere and a welcoming hometown feel, it's the perfect place to kick back and enjoy the game. So bring your friends, settle in, and be part of the crowd, where every cheer feels a little louder and every moment a little better together. You can watch the game anywhere, but the real fans gather at the bar in downtown Yankton.
Midwest Insurance Agency in Yankton is a proud supporter of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles. Hi, this is Whitney Devine. If you're looking for protection that fits your life, call me or Travis. We make coverage simple. Whether it's your home, car, or farm, we take time to understand your needs and find the right plan at the right price. You'll get personal service, trusted advice, and peace of mind knowing we're right here in Yankton. Call Midwest Insurance Agency in Yankton today to schedule your appointment.
I love 1919 root beer. It's the best over a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. My favorite is just ice cold 1919 poured over crunchy ice. It's so refreshing. It's the creamiest root beer ever.
1919 root beer is the perfect treat, brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients. It's the creamiest, full-bodied, alcohol and caffeine-free draft root beer available. It's a taste tradition since, well, 1919.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. It's time for your Stats in Focus, courtesy of Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. Josh, I know only 2 games into the Legion season, so we still flashing back to the high school year, but basically that entire team transferring over to the Legion year. It's the same team as it was the Bucks a week and a half ago, is now post-12 today.
Yeah, once again, like you said, a lot of carryover and a team that performed well in the high school season as well with that state semifinal appearance. So excited to see them continue their season here in the Lewis and Clark Classic.
Looking at overall team stats, both obviously when you make the state semifinals, you're going to have some impressive numbers on hand. And batting and pitching, just under 290 for a team batting average, just under 170 runs scored. And in the pitching department, a team ERA of 1.719, just very effective at the plate and on the mound so far throughout the spring season and now entering into the summer season.
And those are signs of a team that can get it done really top to bottom throughout the lineup and throughout the pitching staff here. Like you said, that 1.719 ERA, that's a combination of about 4 or 5 guys, as well as some guys out of the pen too. But yeah, well done there. And then, of course, anytime you're hitting almost 290 as a team, that's a sign of an effective offense.
Looking at some more individual stats, we're going to take a look at your starting pitcher today as well right now here on your Hy-Vee pregame show. And your starting pitcher today is Ryan Turner getting the start on the mound. Last time he was out there, he threw 4 innings, gave up 5 hits, had 3 strikeouts, and was the winning pitcher. But looking at his spring season, pretty effective guy in the rotation.
Yeah, had a 3.7 ERA, made 3 starts. In those starts, struck out 10 batters, had a whip of 1.5, and allowed a 3.13 batting average against. Excited to see him. I think May 8th was the last time we saw him on the mound. So, it's been a little bit of time, just about a month on the dot, just a couple days off. But, yeah, excited to see him out there today. And, yeah.
We're going to look at some keys when we come back. That's keys to victory and key player. But those stats in focus, courtesy of Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. They're located at 2701 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton, or of course at 665-2020. When we come back in 3 minutes, it's keys to the game and your key player here on KYNT. This is Yankton Post 12 Legion Baseball. We're back from Riverside Field in 3 minutes.
The Boathouse in Yankton is for everyone. They have axe throwing, sports simulators, skee ball, shuffleboard, beanbags, pool, and darts, plus awesome drinks with lots of cold craft beers, seltzers, wines, and great non-alcoholic options. Try their burgers, pizza burgers, wings, fish, chicken strips, and more. Check out trivia on Tuesdays, free axe throwing tournaments on Wednesdays, and live music on Fridays. Some say it's the most fun you can have on land, so head to the Boathouse, downtown Yankton's fun gathering place for all ages.
Being wiser means peace of mind, especially when it comes to your home's comfort. Today's heating and cooling systems are advanced with technology designed to work smarter. Peace of mind means knowing the company you call understands that technology and has the experience to get it right. For nearly 80 years, Kaiser Heating and Cooling has been trusted with knowledgeable technicians and a commitment to doing the job right. So be the wiser and go with Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit ExplorerCU.com to join the journey today.
There's a difference when a convenience store is locally owned, and you feel it the moment you stop at Triple Time Rudy's. You'll get great quality fuel to keep you on the move, plus local and regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner Lockers. It's the kind of place that's convenient and connected to your community. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling your community.
A local business owner came into the UPS store with a large shipment of products for his online store. While they packed everything securely, he asked if they could also handle the international shipping. The answer? Of course they can! For over 9 years, the UPS store in Yankton has been helping business owners with both their printing and shipping needs. Whether you're sending a package across town or across the globe, they've got you covered. So stop by the UPS store in Yankton and ask about them about their shipping services or current print specials.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. It's coverage of Yankton Post-12 Legion Baseball and the opening game of the 2026 Lewis and Clark Classic. It's time for your keys to the game, courtesy of Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. Visit igotvision.com. 3 keys today, 2 of them pretty run-of-the-mill across the board, what Yankton usually does at their best when they win games, playing clean on defense and getting on base and then causing some havoc on the base paths. But third key today is be managing fatigue. I know it's game 1 of the day, so you're not really thinking about fatigue too much, unless you're maybe the coaching staff, but you got to play at least 4 games over the next 2 days, potentially up to 6 over the next 3 days. So you got a lot of games on the docket. You got to stay fresh throughout all of those.
Well, and with that, I think managing pitching is key as well. Like you said, 4 games over the next 2 days, and if Yankton can play some good baseball here, more on Sunday as well. So, it's one of those where you have to be able to manage arms wisely, especially if you're going to bring in maybe a Beck Reichen or a Sam Goki in relief at some point. You kind of want to limit that pitch count so you can see them tomorrow or Sunday potentially. But yeah, it's just kind of keeping an eye on that and things like that, and limiting things if you can on the pitching side.
And, you got a pretty deep pitching staff as well. Just in terms of your starting rotation, the guy on the mound today, Ryan Turner, we talked about his stats earlier on. Very good pitcher at the high school level, and he was 5th on the team in innings pitched amongst the starters. So just give you an idea of how deep this rotation is, whether it's Reichen and Goki, like you already mentioned, or we see a Chase Cooley or Boston Frick on the mound. Yankton has some very good pitchers, top to bottom. Let's go to your key player of the game now from Missouri River Associates. With the health of your eyes, Missouri River Associates. The Associates messed me up. Missouri River Associates, your local insurance agency. They know you by name, and your home, auto, and family are important to them. Easton Feaser, your key player today, had an exceptional high school season, led Yankton in RBIs, doubles, home runs, and slugging percentage in the high school season, and he's getting off to a good start in the summer season as well, playing at his natural position of first base here for game number 1 after getting moved around a bit in that doubleheader against Brayden Valley on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're hitting 421 with an OBP over 500 and you lead the team in slugging, you're doing something right, and that's exactly what Easton Feaser has done this season. Like you said as well, led the team in home runs, RBIs, doubles, and triples. So an electric hitter, really the guy who comes up and is going to clear the bases for this Yankton team. And like you said, last time out, we saw him out in right field. Now here today over at first base for the game 1 here today.
We'll go through your starting lineups real quick. We don't have Scotland, Minnow, Freeman, Canastotas yet, post 152, but we do have Yankton's starting lineup today, and there are some moving parts around the diamond for the for post 12 this morning. So used to afternoon and evening games. It's 9:21 a.m. and we're playing baseball, but some moving parts this morning for Yankton post 12.
Yeah, and the first part of that is the leadoff man, Gavin Johnson. I think he might be like me, where like his knees don't want to function before noon, and that's why he's at the DH today instead of catcher. I made that up. Don't actually quote me on that, people. Meanwhile, Sam Goki's going to be over at third base and batting second. Easton Feaser, like we said, back at first base and batting third. Beck Reichen, who pitched last time we saw him out, he'll be at shortstop here today and batting cleanup. Christian Weir, he's going to be out in right field and batting fifth. Carter Boomsma, as per the rules, over in left field. He'll be batting sixth, batting seventh and playing over at second base. Brennan Gilmore batting eighth and catching. Caden Hunoff batting ninth and playing over in center field is Boston Frick. And then, of course, once again, Ryan Turner handling the pitching duties here today.
Be interesting to see Caden Hunoff behind the plate. I don't remember the last time we didn't see 22 behind the plate. It might have been the final game of the regular season when seating was locked up. I believe they put Hunoff in for the final couple innings, and he played well behind the plate. But it's a rarity not to see Gavin Johnson back there, especially through the last couple of years. Those are your starting lineups, courtesy of First Chiropractic Centers, making life better one adjustment at a time. If we're able to get the Scotland, Minnow, Freeman, Canastota lineup, post 152 79ers, we will bring that to you as well. I believe they're exchanging lineups at home plate right now. They should bring those up to the press box so they can announce them, and then we'll have our national anthem. We're going to go to break here on KYNT and KYN-TV. This is Yankton Post-12 Legion Baseball in the Lewis and Clark Classic. Before we go, however, I'd like to thank a couple of our sportscaster partners for helping make this broadcast possible, including America's Best Realty. If you're ready to stop renting and start owning, whether you're looking to upgrade or buy your first home, America's Best Realty is here to help you unlock the American dream. Call them today at 260-1600. And Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patients. Also, thank you to Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. They're at 808 West 23rd Street. And finally, Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference with them at explorerscu.com. Coach is shaking hands at home plate. Should have starting lineup shortly along with the national anthem. So when we come back, it'll be first pitch from Riverside Field in Game 1 of the Lewis and Clark Classic. Back in a couple minutes. This is Yankton Post-12 Legion Baseball, KYNT, KYN-TV.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Life doesn't slow down for injuries, and neither should your care. With Yankton Medical Clinic Orthopedic Walk-In Care, you can be seen quickly, Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. No referrals, no long waits, just experienced, highly trained surgeons ready to help you heal and get back to what you love. And because we live right here in Yankton, your care stays close to home. I'm Dr. Jeremy Kudera, orthopedic surgeon with Yankton Medical Clinic. I'm proud to call Yankton home. We're your orthopedic team, and we're here for you.
Buying your first home? That's a big moment. A happy, feel-good, when's the housewarming party moment. When you're ready to look for a home, start with a local FNBO mortgage lender. We're here to answer questions, personalize the experience, and share our expertise so you can focus on your search. Start your application and get pre-qualified now at fnbo.com. Your mortgage moment is just around the corner, and FNBO will be there every step. Visit our nearest branch or go to fnbo.com. FNBO is an equal housing lender.
In Yankton, community means everything, and at Wilson Trailer, it's the heart of what they do. They're more than manufacturers, they're your neighbors. From sponsoring the Bucks and Gazelles to supporting the next generation of farmers and builders, they're proud to give back to the place they call home. For over a century, Wilson Trailer has stood strong, steady, and rooted in community. Because when Yankton thrives, we all move forward. Wilson Trailer in Yankton. Learn more at wilsontrailer.com.
Are you on track to retire? I'm Adam Boelter, a certified financial planner with Vantage Financial, born and raised in Yankton, South Dakota. My team and I pride ourselves on building trust through clear, honest advice tailored to your unique goals. From retirement planning to smart tax strategies, we'll create a personalized plan to help you feel confident and secure about your financial future. Visit vfplanning.com or search Adam Boelter, Vantage Financial, to schedule a 15-minute call today.
Vantage Financial Partners is a registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Vantage by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Vantage has attained a particular level of skill or ability.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
In nearly every family's lineage, there's a tie to agriculture. It's a legacy reflected in how we raise our kids, help our neighbors, and respect what we have. Farmers Union Insurance was built on that legacy. And while our roots are in agriculture, our protection has grown to include home, auto, business, health, and life. Protect your legacy. Farmers Union Insurance.
Have a craving for wings or delicious burgers or pivo fries? Come sink your teeth into the mouth-watering burgers and wings at Checkers Sports Bar and Grill in Yankton. With a menu that's flavor-frenzy, there's something for every fan. Grab your friends, bring your family, and head down to Checkers. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is Yankton's favorite spot for food, friends, and sports. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Your game days belong at Checkers.
Need custom clothing for your team, fundraiser, business, or event? Let JJ Benji's make it easy. Forget about taking orders, collecting money, and handing out shirts yourself. JJ Benji's handles everything for you. They create a custom online store with the merchandise you want to offer. Items are ordered and paid for online, and JJ Benji's ships the items directly to them. All you have to do is share the link or QR code. That's it. Contact JJ Benji's in Yankton to learn more about it.
I'm Colby Cookta, one of your Yankton Edward Jones financial advisors. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles on KYNT.
Call 605-653-4860 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs.
I'm Colby Cookta, financial advisor Edward Jones Yankton, member SIPC.
At Mount Marty University, students get real support and real opportunities.
Hi, I'm Maya, and I'm a business major at Mount Marty University. The professors here at Mount Marty are just amazing. They're very good about supporting me through future internships and jobs that they try and line me up with, and they also provide real life experiences in the classroom through projects and speakers and things like that.
Start your journey online at mountmarty.edu.
Did you ever hear that termites only swarm to feed and mate during the springtime? Well, that's just a myth. Here's the fact. While they do swarm to mate in the spring, termites eat wood 24/7 year-round. In fact, termites cause an average of $5 billion in property damage every year, and that's no myth. A pest professional is your best defense against the devastation rodents, termites, roaches, and ants can cause to your home and family.
Olson Pest Technicians, 1-800-KIL-BUGS.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Ryan Turner gets the start on the mound for the Yankton Post 12. Caden Hunoff behind the plate. His first start behind the plate here in the Legion season. Got the starters for SMFC, and just a peek behind the curtain. This is going to be fun with trying to read handwriting, Josh.
Yeah, we're going to give it a shot here. All right, batting leadoff is Easton Cheddar, batting second, and playing over at second base is Easton Miller, batting third. Riley Cheddar batting fourth. Corey Kepper batting fifth. Tayden Kerrigan batting sixth. Riley Gall batting seventh. Luke Peters batting eighth. Eric Buechler. Batting ninth is Tanner Auk. So we'll keep an eye on that. And it looks like handling pitching duties today, Trent Guthmiller. But like I said, as game changer updates, as the game goes live, hopefully we'll have a better reading on that lineup. I think new rule, on-air production meeting. If we can't read the handwriting, we wait to read their lineup until
we wait till game changer.
We
has
wait
it.
till game changer
You know what?
has it. I like that.
You know what? We'll stick to that rule. But Ryan Turner on the mound, no problem reading that name. No problem. Hard guy to miss, standing in 7'8".
I think that's
on
why,
the mound.
despite a great coaching job, I think that's actually why Drew Lawrence won Coach of the Year. His handwriting, or at least whoever handles it for him. Perfect.
Might notice if you're watching on KYN TV camera, the pitcher-catcher camera is in the booth with us today. It was raining a bit when I got to the field today, and the radar said there would be a storm cell overhead until about 10:20. Radar might have lied to me, but I had to be safe with the equipment. So hopefully everything looks clear tonight. When it is clear tonight, we'll have the regular setup for us today. Your first pitch, courtesy of the Boathouse. Misses the zone for ball one from Ryan Turner.
And once again, hasn't pitched since May 8th. 3 starts this season in his appearances. So looking forward to seeing him throughout the day and what he can do on the mound.
Second pitch, a ball as well. It's a quick 2-0 count here to the leadoff man. It's Easton Cheddar. It's Cheddar, Miller, Cheddar, your 3 batter minimum here.
It's a whole lot of cheddar.
There's 2 Cheddars and 2 Eastons in the first 3 hitters for post 152. That is Scotland, Minnow, Freeman, and Canastota for the 79ers. 2-1 count after that pitch is in there for strike from Ryan Turner. We will be using the shorthand SMFC or just post 152 today.
As well as the 79ers. A lot of options here. I can appreciate that.
That one misses a little high, too, Cheddar, for a 3-1 count now from Ryan Turner. Turner taking his time on the mound. Now he'll fire home the 3-1. Left that one high as well. Ball 4. Cheddar draws a leadoff walk to bring Miller to the plate.
Yeah, and Turner, one batter in, struggling with command a little bit. Obviously, has a lot of time and a lot of chances to correct that. But early on, throwing some balls and gives up a walk to start this one.
Turner checks the runner at first, now comes set. He is the most deliberate of the Yankton pitchers. I think that's fair to say for Ryan Turner. That one touch outside for a ball, 1-0 count. Feels like sometimes you see Beck Reich on the mound, it feels almost rapid fire. As soon as you're setting the box, another pitch is coming in. But Turner a little more measured out there. Here's the 1-0. That one outside. It gets away from Hunoff as well. Runner takes off for second base, and that's going to put the first runner in scoring position today for the 79ers.
Yeah, and once again, struggling with command here. 7 pitches, only 1 strike so far. Turner struggling to find the zone.
Two-0 count here for Ryan Turner. Turner taking his time again on the mound. Now he'll step forward and let it go. That one's in the zone. Up and away, but got the zone right on the corner. So the 2-1 count now.
Once again, just trying to find strikes, gets one there, and once again, spending a lot of time looking over at second base. at that runner as he's battling back with another strike there on a breaking ball.
Back-to-back strikes from Ryan Turner here, starting to find his rhythm. And we've talked about it already, Josh, but hasn't pitched in almost a full month, at least not in a live game.
Yeah, and you can spend a lot of time warming up and throughout the month and throwing at practice and things like that. But it's different once you get out there in live action. And Turner just trying to get back into the swing of things.
That one just a little outside for Turner. It's a 3-2 count now. Full count. Turner trying to avoid his second straight walk to open things up.
And he's got a 3-2 here to Miller. This one fouled back towards us, but laboring early, throwing a lot of pitches these first couple batters, and that's something we talked about in the pregame as well, Brayden. But we know obviously you're wanting to limit the amount of pitches you throw based on a tournament, based on the rest of the tournament, but or the classic, I should say. But Turner throwing a lot of pitches through these first couple.
I don't know who's on PA today, but they found the soundboard. Big swing and a miss there from Ryan Turner for the punch out. I say that like happy because I did PA one time here for a charity game between the Sioux Falls Canaries and the Sioux City Explorers, Josh.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how many options there were on the soundboard that nobody uses.
There's a lot. I used to do PA during the COVID time back in good old Denison, Iowa, and there's a lot of different buttons on there. You can get in a lot of trouble with those.
It's an 0-1 count here after the foul ball on the first pitch to Cheddar here. The second Cheddar to come to the plate after that punch out of Easton Miller a few moments ago. Low and away for a ball there. It's a 1-1 count now from Ryan Turner. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by First Dakota National Bank and First Chiropractic Centers. Turner set for the 1-1. He'll let it go home. This one sent out to right center field. It's a long track for Boston Frick. Actually, no, it's more towards right field. And Christian Weir can't bring it in. Right on the warning track. Runner's going to round third and head home. It's the first run of the game for post 152. They lead 1-0 over Yankton. It's Easton Cheddar crossing home plate for the first time today.
Yeah, and other Cheddar was able to just, get a hold of that one and sit out. Weir wasn't able to track it the best and just came up short on getting that one. But nice job here by the 79ers, able to get on the board early, do some damage. And, Brayden, they got a chance to do some more with a runner on third with just one out.
It didn't even click for me in the moment that Cheddar scored Cheddar there.
Yeah, Cheddar to Cheddar.
Here's the first pitch of this at-bat from Ryan Turner. In there for strike one. Good bounce-back pitch there. That was Riley Cheddar on the RBI triple. That now brings Keppen to the plate. Here's the 0-1 home. Outside for a ball. Can't get him to chase. One ball, one strike, one out in the inning. Already one run has come across. They are actually going to rule that an error in right field because it went off the glove of Christian Weir. So it does not go down as a hit, but still brings in a run for Cheddar in the end.
And once again, it looked like Weir had a hard time tracking that ball as it was coming down, and obviously, like you said, bounced off his glove there.
The way it came off the bat and the way the outfield reacted, I thought it was more towards right center field, or I guess center right field, and Boston Frick would have to track it down. As a big swing and a miss there for the punch out. Ryan Turner, he's given up a run in this first inning, but 2 strikeouts as well through the first, now 4 batters faced.
Yeah, getting a couple fans here in the first inning, and what's big about that out is you get the second out without having that runner get home, so now that takes away any sacrifice opportunities, whether that's a ground ball or a pop fly as that one's hit over to back at short.
This is Kerrigan over to shortstop, up with it in time as Reichen to first, and the out to end the inning. One runner gets stranded on third base, 1 run, no hits, 1 error. We go to the bottom of the first in a 1-0 ball game. Your inning break, courtesy of Avera. We're back in 1 minute from Riverside Field as Yankton looks to cut away this 1-run lead.
If you've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury, check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation.
Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet.
From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back.
Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
Located on Summit Street across from the high school.
Do you struggle with dry contacts? At Vision Care Associates, we have a great option. Infused contact lenses by Bosch & Lomb. Infused lenses are designed to ensure that your eyes stay hydrated and irritation-free, even after a full day of wear. Our doctors specialize in fitting these lenses for maximum comfort and optimal vision. Schedule your consultation and experience the all-day comfort and crisp, clear vision you deserve.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYNTV. This is Yankton Post-12 Legion Baseball in the opening game of the Lewis and Clark Classic from Riverside Field. Scotland Minnow, Freeman, Canastota. Post 152, the 79ers got a run in the top of the first. An error in right field led to Easton Cheddar being able to score. It was Riley Cheddar who ended up on third after the error as well. He was stranded there to end the inning. So 1-0 your score as Yankton comes to the plate for the first time today in the bottom of inning number 1.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see looking at the Yankton lineup here. Once again, Gavin Johnson batting first, Sam Goki second, Easton Fieser third, Beck Reich in the cleanup spot, Christian Weir fifth, Carter Boomsma sixth, Brennan Gilmore seventh, Caden Hunoff in the 8th spot, and rounding out Boston Frick, who's in center field today. But Yankton find themselves in that early hole after a walk and then a long error off a ball that was hit out towards the warning track at right field. So Yankton down early here in our early morning game of today's doubleheader. So we'll see what Yankton can do here on offense and if they can get that lead right back.
It'll be Gavin Johnson to lead things off. He's out of the field but not out of the lineup, the designated hitter, playing as the leadoff man. We saw him do this a couple times last season, being last summer's season. Obviously, Beck Reichen was the leadoff man for most of the spring season for Yankton.
It's still not a lot of times you see your designated hitter lead off, but that's what Yankton's doing today with their, so far, typical leadoff man in Legion ball, and had a good time out there, or had a couple of good games last time out against Brandon Valley, a pair of hits in that first game, and looking to build off that.
It's a first pitch strike from Guthmiller here for post 152. Second pitch a little low for a ball. It's a 1-1 count now to Johnson. Johnson, Goki, Fieser, your 3-batter minimum for Yankton. Two-hopper over to the third baseman, up with it in time. Across the diamond, throw's going to pull the first baseman off the bag. Johnson takes the turn at first. He's heading to second, and it's an error that leads to a runner in scoring position for Yankton. And Gavin Johnson with a leadoff base runner thanks to the error.
Yeah, and it was an error that helped the 79ers score last inning, and an error benefits post 12 right here there with a wild throw. And Johnson goes from what looked like a pretty sure out to rounding second here and sitting over there at the 2-bag, trying to be brought home now by Sam Goki.
That's Riley Cheddar over there at third base. Just rushed the throw a little bit, pulled the first baseman off the bag, and funny enough, he was the guy that benefited the most from the error in the field for Yankton when he ended up on third base. So, you know, the error giveth and the error taketh away as the first pitch misses outside for a ball from Guthmiller. At the plate, is Sam Goki, second hitter today for post 12. Johnson is running for himself at second base, as that one's in there for a strike, 1-1 count. Usually we see when Johnson's behind the plate, we get a courtesy runner for him. The courtesy runner rules is just for pitchers and catchers, so he will run for himself today as he is the DH. Here's the 1-1. Goki flares it out into right field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. One hops off the warning track. Johnson's going to score off of this one, and Goki keeps the legs churning. He's heading for 3. It's an RBI triple for Sam Goki and Yankton post 12. Look at it again in your Vision Care Associates replay. As the ball was already in the air when our replay picks up, but great running for Sam Goki. Keeps it turning, keeps the head down. An RBI triple for him. Gavin Johnson tying things up in the bottom of the first as he comes across home plate.
Yeah, and if you're looking for a triple in this ballpark, that's kind of where you want it, in that right field corner or in one of the corners in general. Is that one just dropped for Goki, a nice piece of hitting, and tied up very quickly. A great response early here from post 12.
Easton Fieser now to the plate in a 1-1 game here in the bottom of the first, and Fieser Two-hopper to the second baseman, pretty deep in the hole, back across his body, is going to pull him off the bag. Feeser, I think, would have got there in time anyways. There's a collision at first. Run scores for Sam Goki. Everybody's okay, but that was a tough moment over at first base between the two first basemen for Yankton and post 152.
Yeah, and just kind of an awkward play as a whole, right? It looked like the second baseman slipped over there a little bit as he was throwing, and then just where it was at first base, really nowhere for either guy to move, and the collision happened there. But as it stands, Easton Feeser reached safely, and that's a wild pitch, and he'll head over to second base right away.
Yeah, ball gets away a little bit there from Guthmiller, and Feeser now in scoring position. Yankton, after giving up one in the top of the first, now has another runner in scoring position as they lead 2-1 in the bottom of inning number 1 with nobody out yet. Here's the 1-0 home from Guthmiller. In there for a strike, 1-1 count to Reichen.
And Reichen, who hit leadoff, it's almost basically what they did was him and Gavin from the high school season. Kind of flipped spots there. Gavin was the cleanup guy in the high school season. Now leading off here, obviously, for post 12 today, and back flipping over to that cleanup spot.
The 1-1 misses the zone from Guthmiller. It's a 2-1 count now. We will have coverage of every Yankton game here during the Lewis and Clark Classic on KYNT and KYN-TV. Yankton, through the couple pool play days, so that was in there for a strike, 2-2 count, are scheduled to bookend the days. So get game 1 today, start at 9:30 a.m. Game 2 will start at 6:30 p.m. tonight. That's what it's scheduled for. Same thing tomorrow. So the 2-2 bounces away, gets away from the catcher, and Feeser, on a couple wild pitches, goes from first to third.
Yeah, it looks like the catcher just kind of lost that one, Brayden. If you're Guthmiller, you kind of have to point out where it's at because he was still looking, and obviously Easton took advantage of that, and now is just 90 feet away from scoring.
Full count here to Beck Reichen as well in a 2-1 ball game, and Reichen was trying to bring Feeser home but couldn't get a piece of it for the punch out. First out of the inning for Guthmiller, and that's going to bring up Christian Weir.
Yeah, needed to get that out, though. Still needs something that here, whether it's a pop fly, maybe a strikeout, something like that, that won't advance the runner here. Obviously, you're trying to limit that run total here for Yankton in the first, but obviously needs some kind of infield fly or something like that as that one gets popped up behind or over by the first base dugout, but foul.
3 different players for post 152 were converging on that one, but nobody was able to get his end up, like you said, in the first base dugout.
Well, and that would have been interesting if they kept trying. Obviously, there's a lot of post 12 players kind of huddled up right over in that area at the edge of the dugout, just kind of sitting and taking in the game. But yeah, just not able to get up to that one.
Here's the 0-1 home in there for strike 2, and Weir finds himself in a quick 0-2 hole.
And Yankton taking a very conservative approach at the plate these last couple, not swinging a ton, kind of looking at some strikes, obviously, and down in the hole now here for Weir.
0-2, clips the lower part of the zone. Weir thought it was low, but strike 3 called. That's a punch out for the second out of the inning.
And it's a tough call. Sometimes you got to be willing to take some protective swings there to keep the bat alive. And Christian, once again, thought that one was low, and umpire disagreed on the call.
First pitch of the at-bat to Carter Boomsma is sent into right field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Another run scores. Boomsma with an RBI single brings in Easton Feeser, and that's going to make it another run for Yankton. Now 3-1 they lead.
Yeah, and Boomsma had himself a really nice high school season. Hit 270, led the team in stolen bases, and Brayden, after that RBI single, it's time to play our favorite game called Start That Clock. Let's see how long he's over on first base, and Guthmiller's obviously aware of that as he's trying to throw over and get Boomsma out. But, yeah, start that clock, I think, here for Carter Boomsma.
We'll see just how long before he takes off for second base. It's first pitch. That one's misses the zone for a ball, and Boomsma slides in safely at second, a stolen base for Carter Boomsma. He was the steals leader for Yankton in the spring season, and looks like he's going to pick up right where he left off in the Legion year.
You know, and that was one of those, I don't even think he necessarily got the best jump on that. It was a little slow, but still kind of a high throw there. Gave Carter enough time to get back or get over to second. Now, once again, hit here probably scores him with his speed going on contact with 2 outs.
It's Brennan Gilmore at the plate now. He's in the head in the count, 2-0.
and hit 215 with 4 RBIs in the high school season. Has a chance here to knock in another run as he takes a strike.
2-1 count. Caden Hunoff is the man on deck for Yankton.
The weather can't quite decide what it wants to be today, Brayden. We were starting to get some sunny skies, and now those clouds are back. This was that cell you were talking about, that 10 a.m. cell that we were waiting for.
Maybe the weatherman didn't lie to me.
It was actually our friend of the program, Jeff Erickson, reading the weather this morning. That was our weather.
Nah, I just looked at the radar. Sorry.
Let me blame Jeff.
I like blaming Jeff for things too, but it's all right.
Yeah. Hi, Jeff, if you're listening.
Does a great job on the Totally Yankton Morning Show. It's back Monday morning, 6 a.m. on KYNT. Here's the 2-2 home. Swung on and missed by Gilmore. Dropped third strike as well, but the catcher applies the tag, and that does it for the bottom of the first. But Yankton pushes 3 across and retakes the lead. It is 3-1, post 12 over post 152. This is the opening game of the Lewis and Clark Classic here on KYNT and KYNT-TV. We're back in 1 minute with Yankton back out on the field. This inning break courtesy of Avera.
At H&H Roofing, we don't just fix roofs, we protect families. We're family-owned, locally operated, and dedicated to keeping our community safe and dry. Every nail, every shingle, every handshake, it all matters to us. From repairs to full roof replacements, we treat every home like it's our own. Because when your home is secure, we feel secure. For honest work and dependable results, trust the local team that cares. Call H&H Roofing in Yankton today. We've got you covered.
The SureCo exclusive SureLink wireless remote system features the most advanced industrial Bluetooth technology and best-in-class express operation. Operate any SureCo electric product with the SureLink Pro and EZR remotes, or with your smartphone using the SureLink app. To learn more, contact your authorized SureCo distributor or find us at sureco.com. Demand the best. Demand SureCo.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Coming out of your inning break courtesy of Avera. Yankton leads Scotland, Minnow, Freeman, Canastota 3-1 after the opening inning. The 79ers got on the board first. An error in right field led to a run scored, but Yankton able to battle back, pushing 3 across in the bottom of the first. An error helping them as well. 3 runs on 3 hits for Yankton with 1 error. 1 run, no hits, 1 error so far for the 79ers.
Yeah, and some ups and downs for Ryan Turner in that first inning. Showed his command early, and then obviously, even though there was an error, gave up a long, a long smack out to right field. But was able to get a couple strikeouts as that inning went along, and his offense picked him up with a 3 spot there in the bottom of the first, so we'll see if that kind of gets him going and clicking here. And once again, we talked about it as well, just under a month since the last time he was out in the mound, so kind of getting back into the swing of things here, and we'll see what he can do in inning number 2.
Today's broadcast brought to you in part by One Office Solution, the one source for all of your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution is located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. First pitch of the half inning for Ryan Turner is in there for strike 1. It is Gall leading off this half inning for the 79ers. It's Gall, Peters, and Buechler on your 3-batter minimum. Auk would come to the plate. He waits in the wings, and that'd be 6, 7, 8, 9 through the post-152 lineup. Is a swing and a miss for strike 2 for Gall. Puts him in an 0-2 hole.
What were those first 2 numbers again?
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Is that funny or something?
Well, it was at one point. At the very least, I'm hoping, because I know Mindy Gaziski's listening at her desk. Maybe that'll get her to laugh a little bit, or at least do the thing.
You ever wonder if Trevor listens to us?
Every day.
Probably doesn't.
No.
Here's the 1-2 from Ryan Turner as he's set on the mound. He'll fire home. This one playable in left field. Boomsma calling everybody off. He'll glove it with the left hand for out number 1.
And Turner avoided danger a little bit there. Kind of a slow breaking ball that was going right down the middle. Gall got a good piece of it, but just not enough, and found the glove of Carter Boomsma right there.
Dropped his PCI a little too much. If you play MLB The Show, you know.
still haven't bought the new game. I'm still on 25, admittedly. But maybe I like to, when those games go on discounts and stuff, that's when I actually will buy them when they're like,
I have terrible
30 or
money.
under.
I have terrible money management. So we talked about this before the game. I'm probably going to buy the new Madden and the new college football, even though nothing's probably changed from the last one.
See, I can't say much. I've already bought a couple games this year. I bought James Bond. That was a fun game. And then Resident Evil as well. So I've kind of gone away from the sports games this year, though. I need to once they start going on discount, maybe later this summer for the show, I might.
It's the first ball of the at-bat there from Ryan Turner. Makes it a 1-2 count. Got ahead pretty quickly. Got the first strike by the batter. Second one got him to swing at a pitch in the dirt. This is Peters at the plate, the center fielder for post 152. Turner comes set for the 1-2 home. A little rock and fire. Outside for ball 2. Good discipline here from Peters. After swinging at one in the dirt, bounces back to a 2-2 count.
And that was one of those, Turner obviously trying to get him chase there on that breaking ball. But like you said, Peters with some good plate discipline and just kind of took that one, trying to force Turner to throw a strike.
2-2 outside for a ball as well. So from 0-2 to 3-2, Peters able to work the count back well. It might be the first base runner of the second inning.
Yeah, and we'll see how gutsy Turner is here. Will he try to get him to chase with something? That one actually plucks Peters, and he'll take the trip down to first base.
Yeah, left that one a touch too far inside. Went off the shoulder, bicep area of Peters. Might have even went a little bit behind him as he turned, but still knocked him on the pitch, and that's going to put him on first base with a hit by pitch.
Yeah, now if you're SMFC, obviously you had that lead early, and now down 3-1, and you get that base runner, see if they can get something going with the bats and get right back in this one.
First pitch of the at-bat misses away for a ball. 1-0 count here for Turner now. Turner at 31 pitches by our count. Misses low and away for a ball. His 32nd pitch that comes with one out on the board here in the in the top of inning number 2. Excuse me.
Yeah, just looking for the zone here now. Since being up 0-2 on Peters, 6 straight balls, one of which a hit by pitch, but just looking to find the zone again.
2-0 in there for a strike, though, from Turner. Turner shakes off the first couple signs from Hunoff. Now he'll come set. Here's the 2-1. Runner goes for second base. Hunoff the throw down. Not there in time. Steal of second there for Peters. Puts a runner in scoring position for post 152.
Yeah, an aggressive base running here. Nice job. Now all of a sudden, hit probably scores the runner. And nice piece of base running there from Peters.
Turner comes set for the 3-1 home. Looking down the runner at second. Now he'll turn and fire. Inside for a ball. And that's a walk. 2 free base runners here for Ryan Turner in the top of the second inning. And now the tying run on the base paths here in the top of the second.
Once again, Turner, Brayden, since being up 0-2 on Peters, hit by pitch, a walk there, only throwing one strike in that time, and just looking to find the zone here.
That one's in there for a strike. Quick 0-1 count. And Ryan Turner's got some pretty good swing and miss stuff, Josh, but when guys are able to lay off of it, like post 152's been able to do this half inning, it's hard to stay ahead in the count. The 0-1 sent out to left field. Boomsma tracking it in foul territory. He will glove it for out number 2.
And a big out there for Turner. Gets that second out and just an out away from getting out of this jam. But Carter Boomsma is such a dependable glove in left. Rarely do you see him make mistakes out there. Of course, that speed helps as well, and is able to make the catch.
It's the second time today he's been called into action out in left field, and now back to the top of the order for the 79ers.
Can someone get this man behind us a microphone? Dave Spencer in the booth. Whoa.
2 on, 2 out here for Ryan Turner. And Easton Cheddar pops it right back up the middle for a base hit. They're going to send the runner from second home. Throw in from Frick. Cut off by Fieser. Throw over to third. Too tall for Goki. Gets away from everybody. An error at third is going to lead to a second run. And Cheddar's hustling to third base as well. So a Lemony Snicket series of unfortunate events, Josh, ties us up at 3 and gets Easton Cheddar all the way to third base.
And that's really where the 79ers have been able to capitalize. First off, a good piece of hitting, clutch hitting there with 2 outs to score that first run. But then another error there leads to another, or at least another spot as it stands. Was that 2 runs or 1 run there?
Should be
2 runs. Okay, I was looking at,
yeah.
I was going to say, I know I had 2, and I was just making sure it says 3-2 on the scoreboard out here. But yeah, so 2 runs there off of that, or another run off that second error, and that's 2 total here for the 79ers in this one that have come off of errors.
3-3 your score, top inning number 2. And
clouds are getting really dark here as well. That infamous 10 a.m. Sal.
There's a reason I kept the camera in the booth, Josh. I had a feeling.
10:01 on the dot, too.
That's here. It's an 0-1 count for Ryan Turner's. Gets the first pitch by Easton Miller there, the second baseman for post 152. Here's the 0-1 home. This one flared out into right center field. Weir tracking it, and he will glove it for out number 3. Damage done, ties us back up at 3 each as 2 runs come across on 1 hit and 1 error here in the top of inning number 2. 1 runner does get left on base. 3-3 your score as we go to the bottom of the second. Yankton back at the plate when we come back after this inning break, courtesy of Avera. Back in 1 minute. This is Post 12 Legion Baseball, KYNT, KYN-TV.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision too. That's why State Farm agent Rhonda Westland is right here in Yankton to help you select the right protection at the right price. Rhonda will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call her. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT. Yankton.
It's easy to fall into the weekend warrior routine. A long hike, a hard gym session, a pickup game, or a full day of yard work can feel productive until your body reminds you it hasn't been building up to that load. This is Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. Injuries often happen when the demand suddenly outpaces what your joints and muscles are prepared for. Want to stay active without the setbacks? Visit First Chiropractic Centers today with offices in Yankton, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner, inspiring and empowering others to healthier living.
Welcome back here on KYNC and KYN-TV as we go to the bottom of inning number 2. A hit and an error and a couple free bags got us tied up at 3 each here after the top of the second inning. Post 152 was able to put 2 runners across in the top half of this inning. So Caden Hunoff will try to get the bats going again for Yankton after their 3-run first inning just a couple minutes ago now.
And while the bats are clicking here early, Brayden, it does kind of feel like whoever cleans it up defensively first is going to take advantage in this game. Just a couple mistakes on both sides that have led to some situations that resulted in runs.
So 1-0 count, make it a 1-1 count to Hunoff here as Guthmiller is able to pump that second one by him for a 1-1.
And like I said, that goes both ways, too. You think about Yankton's first run. Gavin Johnson reaches second on a throwing error, and then Sam Goki's able to put one in that right field corner for a triple. But, yeah, both teams so far capitalizing on some defensive mistakes.
The 1-2. Outside for a ball to Hunoff, make it a 2-2 count now. The 2-2 home. Hunoff pops this one up. Shallow right center field, just on the edge of the infield dirt. It's gloved at second base for out number 1.
Yeah, and Hunoff put some air on that one. I thought for a second there I was looking out towards center field with how much was on that ball, but just wasn't able to get out there and right in the glove at second base.
That is Easton Miller over at second base who made that play. Now Boston Frick, the 9-hitter today for Yankton, playing center field and wearing number 9. Swings through strike one there. It's an 0-1 count. Top of the order on deck with Gavin Johnson. Sam Goki in the hole.
And you don't see a lot of plate appearances from Boston Frick. Just his 7th of the years, he takes a ball there to make it 1 apiece. And in those numbers in the high school season, did not record a hit, so looking for his first hit of 2026 here, potentially in this at-bat.
The 1-1 swung on and missed for strike 2. And you mentioned just not a lot of time at the plate for Frick, primarily working as a pitcher. The 1-2 from Guthmiller. This one popped up over our heads and out of play for a foul ball. We'll do it again on a 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2 home. In there for strike 3. Back-to-back outs for Guthmiller here in the bottom of the second. And after a 3-run bottom of the first, Yankton in danger of going 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the second.
And that's one thing Guthmiller's done really well, Brayden, is get some strike 3 looking so far. Got a couple of those in the first inning and one right there. Yankton looking at a lot of strike 2 or pitches with 2 strikes here today.
First pitch in there for a strike to Gavin Johnson. Guthmiller quickly ahead in the count and really settled in after a couple bits of trouble in that first inning.
And an interesting zone as well here today, Brayden, as that one's popped up. Not a lot being called inside for strike zone in the strike zone, but a lot being called up as well today.
As long as it's consistent, that's what you want to see at the end of the day. Is that one is caught behind the third base bag for out number 3. 1-2-3 goes post 12 here in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We're tied at 3 as we go to the top of the third. This is Yankton Post 12 Legion Baseball, KYNT, KYN-TV. We're back in 1 minute after this inning break from Avera.
Clean, inspect, test, repeat. That sums up a Comfort Care Club membership at Larry's Heating and Cooling. In the spring and fall, Larry's will come to your home to clean, inspect, and test your heating or cooling system. And also as a member of Larry's Comfort Care Club, you get discounts on parts and labor, priority service scheduling, and no overtime charges. Clean, inspect, and test. Repeat. The Comfort Care Club from Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
Are you tired of sugary sports drinks that make you crash faster than your team's playoff hopes? Strike out thirst like a champ with Liquid Death. It's 100% mountain water, no sugar, no weird colors, no fake flavors, just pure hydration that's cooler than your walk-up song. Perfect for dugouts, doubleheaders, and post-game victory laps. Because swinging for the fences is easier when you're not running on fruit punch and regrets. Whether you're playing, practicing, or just pretending to stretch, grab a Liquid Death and crush your thirst with style.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. We go to the top of inning number 3. Third inning of work for Ryan Turner on the mound. He's at 40 pitches entering the third inning.
Yeah, and laboring out there, only giving up 1 hit, but, some walks, hit by pitch, stuff like that's gotten him some trouble. And, of course, a couple mistakes in the field as well. But just looking to find his groove here in this third inning.
2 errors committed so far through the first 2 innings for Yankton, as that one didn't miss the zone by much for ball 1.
Yeah, and that's one of those we talk about consistency. That was a strike last inning, so we'll keep an eye on it. It's there. Turner gets the call.
That makes it a 1-1 count here. Here's the 1-1. Ryan Turner sent out into right field, and a sliding grab from Christian Weir in right. Great play from Weir, flashing the leather a little bit after, a mistake in the first inning. Josh makes up for a little bit there.
Yeah, nice piece of defense out there in right field. That's a tough play to make, sliding and reaching the glove out. Timing on that, nice play.
So with 1 down now in the top of the third inning, Ryan Turner will have a first pitch ground ball to the left side of the infield. Beck Reichen up with it across the diamond in time. It's a 6-3 put out for out number 2. Quick 2 up, 2 down here for Turner in the top of the third.
Yeah, we talked about Ryan finding his groove. He's done that here this inning, getting a couple quick outs, some nice defensive plays help him with that too. But sometimes that can boost some confidence there. And Turner, once again, getting those couple quick outs here to start this inning.
That was Corey Keppen on that ground out. Brings the designated hitter, Kerrigan, to the plate. First pitch to him in the zone for strike one. Sounds like some early morning lawn care taking place somewhere near Riverside Field.
You know, you don't see that often, obviously, as a lot of our games are, towards the nighttime. But we'll get used to that a little more as we continue in the Legion season, some morning action and early afternoon stuff coming up later this season.
It's a 1-1 count after that last pitch missed for a ball. Turner leaves that one outside. Bounces for ball 2. Usually, too, when we call games, if we see any boats down at the boat dock, they're coming out of the water, Josh. Now, early morning, they're going into the water. So that one misses low and away for a ball. 3-1.
What's the quote? Cage goes in the water. You go in the cage.
Go out the water and go back in the water.
Sharks in the water. Shark.
Here's the 3-1. Low and away for ball 4. So after 2 quick outs, Kerrigan's able to draw a walk to put a base runner on. 4-post 152.
And this is, once again, where Turner's got himself in trouble. Only giving up 1 hit, but you see 3 runs on the board. It's been those walks, the hit by pitches, things like that. Just the one on that end, I guess. But still kind of gotten Turner into some trouble here in this one.
Turner so far, 2 2/3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 3 runs, only 1 of them earned, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a hit by pitch. So goes into what you were saying, a bit of a mixed bag today from Ryan Turner, but
yeah, and I mean, when he's clicking, it's been good. I mean, the strikeout stuff's been good, and like I said, those first couple at bats here in this inning forced some contact, some good defenders, but like I said, it's the walks, if anything, that's been getting into some trouble.
You got to give a lot of credit to the 79ers as well. Not biting on a lot of the breaking ball stuff, the movement that Turner's been able to generate.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've been putting some good contact on a couple balls as well here throughout the day, including that base hit. Last inning here is Turner's down 3-0 once again here. You should mention with that, it looks like Tate Bestie's taking the trip out to the bullpen here to warm up.
Bestie was the team leader in saves in the spring season, as that one's in there for strike 1. I believe it'd be his first action of the Legion season. Don't think he pitched on Monday. 3-1, swung on and missed. So Turner's able to battle back, make it a full count. 1 pitch away from working out of 3 innings here.
Yeah, needs this strike here, some kind of out. All of a sudden, if you walk back-to-back batters and put yourself in a bit of a jam here, as that one's fouled off down the third base line.
Runners going on movement as well with a full count and 2 out. That is Kerrigan at first. Riley Gall at the plate for a payoff pitch, part 2 for this at-bat. Turner fires home the 3-2. This one in the right side of the infield, into the glove of Easton Fieser. He steps on the bag for out number 3. 1 runner gets stranded on, no hits, no errors, and no runs come home. 3-3 your score as we head to the bottom of inning number 3. This is Post 12 Legion Baseball, KYNT, KYNTV. We're back in 1 minute after this inning break, courtesy of Avera.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, they believe you should understand your dental health, not just receive it. They'll show you your x-rays and photos, explain the why behind any treatment, and make sure you feel confident about your care. And if you have dental insurance, it's a good time to use it. New patient exams and x-rays are often covered at 100%. Learn more at elwoodfamilydentalcare.com, where they take care of the entire family.
Does your insurance agent know you by name? Do you see them at the school pickup or around town? Home and auto insurance is more than just premiums and deductibles. It's about having someone who truly understands you and your family. We take the time to get to know your life, your needs, and what matters most, so you have the right coverage when it counts. Call me, Skylar Sherman with Missouri River Associates in Yankton today for insurance you can trust from someone who's truly local.
Welcome back this week. Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN TV as we're coming out of your inning break for the bottom of inning number 3. 3-3 your score between Scotland Menno, Freeman, Canastota, and Yankton. The 79ers at post 151 taking on post 12. On Game Changer, they've started using the Yankton post 12 Bucks, so maybe an unofficial nickname starting to get used. Maybe we won't. Maybe it is okay to start calling them the Bucks again, Josh. Who knows?
Maybe. I was going to say, someone tell us at home. I don't know.
I don't think it's as big of a deal as we make it, but it's a fun bit, so I'm going to keep doing it. First pitch to the leadoff man, Sam Goki misses the zone for ball 1. It's Guthmiller on for his third inning of work.
A nice piece of hitting for Sam Goki last time up. Had a triple in that right field corner down there, scored a run. And now this Yankton team, they're tied at 3 here in the third and have a chance with the heart of their lineup up to make the 79ers pay.
.30 count here in a hurry to Sam Goki.
And that's one I think, they might have been telling Guthmiller, if you walk him, that's okay. I'd rather put him at first base and see what he can do with the bat. So that one's in for a strike.
3-1 count here to Goki, but that was the joke I made on Monday, but it still rings true. You walk Goki, you get to the next batter, you're walking Babe to get to Lou as Easton Feeser sits in the on-deck circle, but it's a 3-2 count.
Yeah, and battling back all of a sudden there, got Goki to take a hack at that one and gets a strike 3 looking on that. Wow, what a battle there from Guthmiller.
Yeah, way to battle back, and Goki knew that one was in the zone as well. You can see kind of the way he buckled, he was upset with himself that he took that one as it was able to find its way in for strike 3. But good battle back on the mound for Guthmiller, and the bases are empty for Easton Feeser here.
I don't think I've ever seen that Sam Goki get up 3-0 in a count and strike out like that. That's quite an accomplishment there and a heck of a sequence.
And first pitch strike past Easton Feeser. So that's 3 straight strikes after 3 straight balls. 4 straight strikes after 3 straight balls to open this inning. Here's the 0-1 right at the first baseman. Great glove over there at first, snagging it. It would have been a line drive single into right field for Easton Feeser.
Yeah, nice piece of defense there, just reaching the glove out on a hot line drive over to first base. A nice play.
That's going to bring Beck Reichen up to the plate. That was out over at first as well, making that play. But first pitch to Reichen misses the zone for a ball, and it's the first ball Guthmiller's thrown in a while.
Yeah, throwing strikes and getting some outs here against the top end of Yankton's lineup.
Here's the 1-0, chopped foul. Just a quick 1-1 count here. Guthmiller taking his time to retake the mound, but as soon as he's there, he's rocking and firing, and that one low for a ball. 3-1 count. You see pitchers try all these different things. Why am I blanking on the former Yankee and then went to the Brewers? Nestor Cortez.
Oh,
I feel like he really started that trend at the popularized changing up your timing and your sequence and stuff. And
yeah.
You talk on the mound.
You talk about a victim of the pitch clock. When he could sit up there and take his time, it was awesome. And then as soon as that happened, but yeah, a Yankee legend, Nestor Cortez. Not so much a Brewer legend. Our friends here. We have a couple Brewers friends. Of course, Dave Spencer was in here, and a friend from home by the name of Zach Aaronholtz, who would confirm not so much of a fun Brewer career. He was the guy who came in, I think, he started a game where they gave up 20 runs actually in New York to start the season a couple years ago.
Payoff pitch here to Beck Reichen. In there for strike 3. And Reichen upset as he's walking back to the bench after a punch out. Good inning from Guthmiller there. A pair of strikeouts, no hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the top of the 4th in a 3-3 ball game. This is Yankton Post 12 Legion Baseball, KYNT, KYN TV. Back from your Avera inning break in 1 minute.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but not sure where to start? I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way. With 20 years of experience and a passion for finding the perfect match, I'll work hard for you, answer all your questions along the way, and make it stress-free. Call me at 605-664-5555 and let's get moving.
If it's time to review the look of the signage of your business, let Mayor Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including exterior and interior signage, fleet wraps, digital signs, and much more. They also do logo creation and vehicle wraps. Their technicians arrive on site fully equipped to get the installation done with quality workmanship. With the latest tools and technology, Mayor Signs provides high-quality installation service for any sign. Contact Mayor Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN TV. After 3 frames of baseball on the opening day of the Lewis and Clark Classic, Yankton and Scotland Minnow Freeman Canastota are tied at 3 runs each. Heading into the top of the 4th, Ryan Turner back on the mound for his 4th inning of work.
And put up his first 0 on the scoreboard here. This one, Brayden. Command was much better and forced a couple quick outs in the start of that inning.
The 1-0 pitch grounded to Riken on a 2-hopper over to first base. Stretch at first. Got him in time for out number 1. A 6-3 putout is how we get things rolling in the top of inning number 4. And should mention for the Lewis and Clark Classic, not in danger of it happening right now, but there are different run rules in this Classic. It's if you lead by 12 runs after 4 innings, then that is the mercy rule there, the end of the game, and it is 8 runs after 5 instead of the usual 10 you see during the regular season.
Yeah, and of course, we also got to mention the time rule on this one as well. Hour 45, so long as someone has a lead, they complete that inning. Keep an eye on that. And then, of course, extra innings, they go to the Major League Baseball rule with runners on second. So just something to keep
they go to that, and they will go to that same situation, too, if we go past the hour 45 and the games are tied. So that's keep an eye on that. There was a lot of moving parts. Things changed for the Lewis and Clark Classic, trying to keep things on schedule. As Ryan Turner gets the call on that one for the punch-out. That's 2 up, 2 down in a hurry for the 79ers.
Yeah, nice piece of pitching right there from Ryan Turner. Gets the strike 3 look in there. And just like last inning, quick 2 outs to start. Still only one hit given up by Ryan Turner so far. Once again, the damage that's been done is with walks and things like that. So, doing a good job of avoiding any big plays, at least via the bat.
Of those 3 runs on the board for the 79ers, only one of them ruled as an earned run as Turner finds himself ahead in the count 0-2, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And you can tell he's starting to feel it. Immediately skipped back to the mound on that one. Until he's starting to get in a groove.
Here's the 0-2. Little inside. Might have been a touch high as well for a 1-2 count here to Auk. This is the 9-hitter for the 79ers. Back to the top of the order with Easton Cheddar sitting in the on-deck circle.
And obviously looking to get out of this inning. You don't want to put the 9-hitter on there with the top of the lineup coming up. Even with 2 outs, you never know what can happen. So Turner, kind of important to get this out right here.
Today's broadcast brought to you in part by Vision Care Associates and Farmers Union Insurance. Here's the 2-2 sent into left field. Boomsma chasing it down. It's in foul territory, and he will get it for the out. Long run by Carter Boomsma there, but he's got the speed to cover that ground. 1-2-3 go the 79ers here in the top of the 4th. We come back in 1 minute with Yankton at the plate. Your inning break, courtesy of Avera. We're back in 60 seconds from Riverside Field.
Right now, Moody Motors in Ibera has 6 Expeditions on hand, ranging from brand new to a 2012 priced at only $13,900. Other SUVs on hand include a 2014 GMC Denali, a 2014 Buick Enclave, and a 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee L with the 3rd seat. The right vehicle at the right price is what you'll find right here at Moody Motors in Ibera.
You're in the mood for Moody.
It's sandal season at Boston Shoes to Boots, and we are fully loaded on new inventory and classic favorites. From popular brands like Birkenstock, Chaco, Keen, Atrex, Dansko, Sorel, and so much more. Find the perfect fit and step into something new this season. Boston Shoes to Boots, open 6 days a week, located in the heart of downtown on Cedar Street. See you soon, shoe lovers.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV, coming out of your Avera inning break. Avera moving health forward. It's 3-3 heading into the bottom of the fourth. Yankton trying to get back out in front for the first time since the bottom of the first. They put up a 3 spot in the bottom of that inning, but Scotland, Menno, Freeman, Canastota came back with 2 runs in the top of the second, adding to their 1 run in the top of the first, and we've been tied at 3 ever since.
Yeah, some fireworks early in this one, and since a lot of zeros on that scoreboard. Both pitchers and defenses respectively settling down in this game, making some nice plays. We've seen a couple diving catches, Christian Weir with one, and then a long running catch from Carter Boomsma, that long stretch of foul territory out in left field just a couple moments ago. So now we'll see if Yankton can take the lead here in the mid stages of this game.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Graham Tire. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire because they do more than sell tires. That's Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door. First pitch from Guthmiller to Weir is outside of the zone for a ball. And the second pitch, to Hopper over to the third baseman. Up with it in time is Cheddar, and that's going to be another throwing error over at third. Taking the turn at first, heading to second is Christian Weir. And the fourth inning starting the same exact way the first inning started, Josh. A throwing error and a leadoff runner on second.
And last time Yankton was able to take advantage and put up a couple runs with that runner on second base. One of those guys who was able to take advantage was Carter Boom, so he had a nice RBI single in the first. Looking to do so again here in the fourth.
He put the 3rd run of the game across home plate for Yankton. Now he's trying to put the 4th run of the game across.
Having a really nice day, by the way, that RBI single, and then a couple nice plays out and left as well.
He's showing bunt here, gets it down in time. Guthmiller up with it off the mound, and going to be safe at first. Boomsma just beats it out down the first base line.
Yeah, and this Brayden can confirm the second that went off the bat, I started making the same signal. If you give Carter Boomsma a chance on one of those bunts, he's going to take advantage. And now, Brayden, let's go ahead. I'm willing to bet. Let's start that clock here. As perhaps Coach Lawrence will try to put 2 runners in scoring position here with Carter Boomsma over at first.
Would not be surprised if Boomsma gets in motion pretty quickly here. Guthmiller just under 60 pitches by our count here in the bottom of the 4th. He's still working on the mound. Throw to first base, keeping Boomsma near the bag, but you got to be careful on those throws over. If you miss your spot, Weir will not hesitate to come home from third, and now it's no longer a tied game.
And that's one of those you got to be careful on that. Wild throw once again brings the run home, so risky throw there from Guthmiller. But I understand it at the same time with who's over there at first base. He's going for it again. He doubled down, Brayden.
I wouldn't be surprised if he triples down. I don't think there's a disengagement rule yet at the Legion level, so.
And I doubt they try it here, but could you see Yankton maybe try to catch him off guard and surprise with a bunt here as well? No, as once again Boomsma takes off, not even a throw down on that one.
Yeah, more focused on the runner at third. We've seen Yankton in the past do that where they steal from first to second, and then on the throw down they send the runner home from third, and it leads to runs scored. So the 79ers had that one scouted, just keep the runner at third base, but now you got 2 in scoring position for Brendan Gilmore here, who tries to lay a bunt down, and Christian Weir's caught between the bags. He's going to come home, and he is tagged out between third and home. He was off as Gilmore was trying to lay that bunt down. It was a squeeze play there, Josh. It just didn't end up working out well.
Yeah, and got to be aware when you're on the base pass, and just momentary slip there, and a big out for the 79ers. All of a sudden, just 1 strike away from going nobody out with runners on second and third to 2 out with runners on with a runner on second. So could be a big momentum swing in this game if Guthmiller is able to finish off Brendan Gilmore here.
Gilmore pops that one out of play for a foul ball. Okay.
It's June, and we're playing the Halloween music in June. I'm a fan.
Whatever works. It's the 1-2. It's a 1-2 count now after Guthmiller misses that one low and inside. Here's the 1-2 home. Low and in for a ball. 2-2 count here now to Gilmore.
Yeah, and Gilmore's battling back a bit. Fouled one off, taking a couple tough pitches there as well. And a good job of making this a competitive at-bat.
The 2-2 can't find the spot there either for Guthmiller. It's a full count now to Gilmore.
Yeah, and then, if he's able to force a walk here, get a hit, the pressure's right back on, but got to get through this at-bat.
And that one misses as well. Ball 4. And now 2 runners on again for Yankton post 12 as Caden Hunoff will step up to the plate.
Yeah, and credit to Brennan Gilmore there, Brayden. A heck of a battle in that one. Started down 0-2, had a tough play on a bunt that he missed, and able to battle back and force a walk here and give Caden Hunoff an opportunity with 2 on and 1 out.
First pitch was a strike to Hunoff here from Guthmiller. There was some more motion in the post 152 bullpen. As that one bounces away from the catcher, runners are taken off. Boomsma turns at third. He's heading home. He'll slide in, and he is out at the plate. And Boomsma a little slow to get up, shaking himself off, and it's a tough play at the plate.
Yeah, and Brayden, it's one of those where you look at it, maybe being a little too aggressive this inning, 2 outs at home plate on either pass balls or caught in between there. Once again, Boomsma was getting looked at over there. We'll keep an eye on that, but Yankton kind of forcing 2 outs where they didn't need to here in this inning.
And Hunoff's going to send it into left center field. That's going to score a run to put him back on top. Caden Hunoff with an RBI single into left center.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there by the Yankton catcher today. Kind of needed that one after a rough couple of outs at home plate. Able to respond there with a nice piece of hitting with 2 outs.
5th hit of the game for Yankton. They retake the lead at 4-3. And now here's the 9-hitter, Boston Frick, coming to the plate. Center fielder today. First pitch is in there for a strike from Guthmiller. It was a quick trip to the bullpen over there for post 152. They're already coming back to the dugout. That one's fouled back into the glove, but didn't get popped up, so it's just a strike.
Yeah, I wonder if you'll see a change here in the 5th, but right now Guthmiller trying to battle through here.
And that was Kerrigan, the designated hitter, who was warming up over there in the pen, so we'll see if we see him at any point.
And you wonder with the top of the lineup maybe coming up here, whether that's at the end of this inning or beginning of next inning, if that's the time they'll make the change.
1-2 pitch just popped up and out of play by Frick. It's a 1-2 count again to the Yankton center fielder. Hunoff leads, or excuse me, that is, looks like Tate Bestie running in place of Caden Hunoff, the courtesy runner. Up and in there for ball 2. That is Tate Bestie over at first base. And Frick sends this one into left field. It's playable along the foul line, and it will be caught for out number 3. 1 run comes across for Yankton, but they do strand 1 on. They had a couple more chances, too. They couldn't quite get across. 4-3 your score as we head to the top of inning number 5 here on KYNT and KYN-TV. We're back in 1 minute after this inning break, courtesy of Avera.
Summer starts here in Yankton. It's the place where weekends turn into lake days, campfires, tournaments, live music, and unforgettable memories. Every summer, visitors help fuel our local economy, supporting restaurants, shops, hotels, events, and over 1,400 local jobs right here in Yankton County. There's something for everyone to explore. This summer, discover why Yankton is more than a destination. Find out all Yankton has to offer online at visityanktonsd.com.
Car troubles never happen at a convenient time. Whether you find yourself with a flat tire, dead battery, breakdown, or in an accident, call Gary's Towing. They've been helping drivers in the Yankton area for over 50 years with light, medium, and heavy towing. Family owned and operated Gary's Towing is the name you can count on, day or night. Call Gary, Mike, or Mason at 605-665-4351. Gary's Towing, where experience means reliability.
Welcome back here, Riverside Field. Josh Boelter, Brayden Butler, KYNT, KYN-TV. It's the Lewis and Clark Classic as Yankton has the lead here in the top of the 5th. 79ers are at the plate, though. They trail 4-3, and we do have a pitching change here for Yankton. It's Tate Bestie coming in here in the 5th. We saw him courtesy run last inning, and now handling business. Looking at Ryan Turner's day, 4 innings pitched, only gave up 1 hit, 3 runs, 1 of those earned with 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. So his day, once again, is done at 66 pitches as we welcome back in Mr. Brayden Butler here for the top of the 5th.
Doing some quick research on the Google machine. Couldn't get an answer. So,
gotcha.
It's an 0-1 count after Tate Bestie has his first pitch in there for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 home. Bestie's got a good breaking ball. Likes to start it high and inside and just have it dip in there, but that one didn't get the spot he wanted for a 1-1 count as he missed high for a ball. This one sent into center field. Boston Frick giving chase, and he will glove it on the warning track for the out. Sign of good news for Yankton as well. We saw Carter Boomsma get a little shaken up on that contact at home plate. He is out in left field, but good track and a good catch for Boston Frick out in center for out number 1.
Absolutely. That's a tough play to make out there, Brayden. Really was given a ride there by Cheddar with the top of this lineup for the 79ers, but Frick able to find that one, make a good play out there in the gap.
From Easton Cheddar to Easton Miller goes the 79ers lineup as he takes strike 1 on the outer part of the zone.
And that's a tough one, Brayden. That breaking ball had some serious movement at the end there, and nice pitch by Bestie.
The 0-1. It's a ground ball right side of the infield. Gilmore scoops it up over to first base in time for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the first inning of work for Tate Bestie.
Making quick work once again, getting some contact. Obviously, one given a ride earlier, but that one just a soft grounder over to second base for another quick out.
From Easton Cheddar to Easton Miller to Riley Cheddar goes the lineup here as top 3 batters in the lineup do up this half inning.
And you got to think probably Tate's going to ride this one out with it being a close game, but something else to keep an eye on, obviously, with the pitch count, pending on what happens the rest of the day, and at least 3 more games here between today and tomorrow.
That one found the zone for a strike. It's a 1-1 count now from Tate Bestie.
They talk about framing in Major League Baseball. I think that was a pretty good frame job there by Mr. Hunoff behind the plate. That one looked a little outside, but he was able to rally that one in as this one goes out to right.
Tracking it in right field is Christian Weir, and he will snag it for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the 79ers here in the top of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody gets left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th in a 4-3 ball game. Yankton looks to increase their lead when we come back in 60 seconds after this inning break, courtesy of Avera. Back on KYNT in 1 minute.
Water isn't supposed to be in floors or in ceilings, but leaks and accidents happen.
If that happens, you should call FloorTech Cleaning and Restoration.
They clean it up and restore your home. From burst pipes to unexpected leaks, FloorTech Cleaning and Restoration responds fast. 24/7 proudly serving Yankton, Mitchell, Norfolk, Sioux Falls, and beyond. If your home or floor is wet, call FloorTech.
I'm Chris, the plant accountant here with Parker of Yankton. So let's do some math. 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year, that's 2,080 hours. With our night shift pay differential of $2.35 an hour, that comes out to over $400 extra in your pocket every month. Nearly $5,000 extra dollars a year just for working the same job on a different shift. Same work, same team, just more in your paycheck. Join us and let the math work in your favor. Learn more at parker.com/careers.
Parker, engineering your success.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYNTV. Coming out of that inning break courtesy of Avera, it's 4-3 your score. Yankton leads by 1. If you look at the raw numbers, Josh, you'd think it'd be different than just a 1-run game, but 4 runs on 5 hits for Yankton, 3 runs on just 1 hit for Scotland, Menno, Freeman, Canastota.
Yeah, and we talked about it earlier, some of the walks and things like that, and a couple fielding mistakes getting Yankton in trouble, and then, of course, some base running mistakes as well last inning. A couple tough situations there that just led to some outs at home plate. But now if you're Yankton, top of the lineup coming up here, this is kind of the chance to separate here as we're getting into the late stage of this ball game to add a couple runs here once again with the top coming up.
Taden Kerrigan on the mound now for post 152. Guthmiller's day is done. He threw 4 innings, 70 pitches, 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 6 strikeouts to 1 walk. So when you put all of his numbers together like that, it was really an effective day for Guthmiller. Only 2 of those 4 runs given up were earned. As Gavin Johnson's going to chop this one back to Kerrigan on the mound and almost beat it out down the first base line, but it's out number 1.
Yeah, nice play there. Kerrigan getting some action early, right, out of the bullpen there. Running over to his right and making that throw. Good play.
Kerrigan is the designated hitter in the lineup as well, so I assume he will just continue to hit for himself here today. As that is going to bring Sam Goki to the plate. Back-to-back Class A Player of the Year in the high school season.
Once again, nice piece of hitting in the first inning. Had a triple that led to a run, and last time out got caught looking on a strike 3.
It's a 1-0 count here to him. The 1-0 swung on and missed for a strike, and if memory serves me right, Goki either wasn't available or was limited last year for the Lewis and Clark tournament, or Lewis and Clark Classic. Picked up an injury in the high school state tournament last season, so if he didn't play last year, he gets another shot to play in the Lewis and Clark. He's now behind in the count 1-2.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do with this 1-2 count. Once again, had a nice piece of hitting in the first inning and looking to build on that here.
And the 1-2 sent into left center field, and it was misjudged by the center fielder. That one's going to drop and roll to the warning track. Goki is going to get on base with a knock there, and a runner in scoring position now for Easton Fieser.
Like you said, just a misread out there in center. Thought it was going much shorter than it did. Goki's able to capitalize and be the benefactor of that and get over at second base.
Waiting for Game Changer to tell me for sure if they're going to rule that a hit or an error. It was just misjudged out in the field. First pitch to Easton Fieser is a strike. It's an 0-1 count.
And here, at least at Riverside Field, they're counting that as a hit. We'll see, like you said, what Game Changer says. But
Game Changer as well rules it a double. That one's inside for Fieser. 1-1 count.
And Fieser now has a chance to take advantage here. We talked about led the team in RBIs in the high school season, had an RBI in the first inning, and looking to add to that Yankton lead here.
The 1-1 misses outside of the lefty Fieser, so make it a 2-1 count now from Kerrigan. Bottom of inning number 5. Yankton with a 1-run lead. They are 6 outs away, technically, from taking this opening game of the Lewis and Clark Classic, as that one's in there for strike 2. Kerrigan taking his time before the 2-2. Checks the runner Goki again. Now he'll fire home, and Fieser, it's an infield grounder to the right side. Up with it in time as the first baseman. He'll take it himself to the bag for the second out, but Goki moves up another 90 feet as that's going to bring Beck Reichen to the plate with Goki on third. 2 outs now in the inning.
And obviously not what he wanted, looking to drive that run in. But if you're going to hit a ground ball into the infield, might as well hit to that side away so Goki can advance. Now all of a sudden, maybe a wild pitch or something like that, and Goki scores, but obviously Beck Reichen with different ideas, looking to make something happen here.
And Reichen takes ball 1 on the opening pitch of this at-bat. 1-0 count to him. Reichen playing at shortstop today, as he traditionally does when he's not on the mound. Here's the 1-0. Reichen pops this one up in foul territory. A couple different players converging on it, and it is into the Yankton dugout. Kerrigan almost went over the protective fence in front of the dugout to try to grab that one and bring it in, but lands harmlessly for a foul ball. Reichen stepping into the batter's box again, and a 1-1 count this time from Kerrigan. Looks like we're going to stay under that hour 45 mark, Josh. As of right now, is there still 30 minutes before then? This game's been moving along pretty quickly.
You can't say that, though. Now you know. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, once it hits an hour 45, We'll see what happens. 2-1 in there for a strike. 2-2 count now to Beck Reichen.
Yeah, obviously a lot of time to go there, but you just know how those things work.
I will knock on this fake wood that is used as our desk. Here's the 2-2. Outside, low and away for a ball. Full count now worked by Reichen. If they put him on, it'd be runners at the corners with Liam Villanueva in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, pinch hitting for Christian Weir out there.
3-2 swung on and missed. So if we see Villanueva, it'll be in the bottom of inning number 6. 4-3 your score. Yankton leads by 1. Runner gets stranded on third base in the form of Sam Goki. We're back in 1 minute with the top of the 6th here on KYNT and KYN-TV after this inning break, courtesy of Avera.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC. Introducing the all-new Glow Vitality Bar at Glow Aesthetics Med Spa. Quick, effective in-office injections and IV therapies designed to support energy, immunity, recovery, and overall wellness in minutes. From NAD+ and glutathione for cellular support and glow to B-complex boosts, hydration drips, and fast-acting nausea or pain relief. We make feeling better simple and convenient. Need a quick energy reset, recovering from travel or a long week? It's time to glow. Glow Vitality Bar at Glow Aesthetics Med Spa.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Corey Keppen, the shortstop, will lead things off for post 152, and he leads things off with a shot to left center field. Boston Frick on the warning track brings it in. That is a loud out to start inning number 6.
Yeah, and Boston's had a couple of those plays the last 2 innings. This time over to left center, makes a nice play once again. And Keppen, as we know, we were talking with our man Dave Spencer up here, actually a Mount Marty student as well, and gave that one a ride.
So he's used to the Yankton area.
Yeah. Very familiar with the River City.
Taden Kerrigan, who's now on the mound, steps up to the plate for post 152, and he looks at strike one there, just clipped the outer half. The 0-1 from Bestie. This one popped up, foul territory, and out of the field of play.
Once again, Yankton just trying to pick up a victory here to start this classic and get things off to a good start.
And in the past couple years, there's been wild card spots into the championship Sunday as that one's fouled off, but it's a full house this year. 20 teams across 4 pools, each pool of 5. And look at how the bracket's set up. Doesn't look like any wild cards this year. It is top your pool, you're into championship Sunday. If you don't, well, tough luck. Hope you enjoyed your 2 days of baseball. As this one is fouled off again by Kerrigan.
And Kerrigan not ready to go back to the dugout. He's fouled off 3 pitches here in a row, and all with a little bit of pop on him, too.
See if he chokes up on the bat at all here in the 0-2 count. So he's still swinging from the heel of the bat. Here's the 0-1, and got him on the breaking ball. Kerrigan knew it, too. Bestie with a great pitch. Retires Taden Kerrigan, and that's going to bring up the 3rd batter of this half inning.
You know, and that's a nice piece of pitching there. Breaking ball gets Kerrigan swinging. But you mentioned choking up the bat with 2 strikes. There's 2 guys I always think of when you say that, especially with 2 strikes. Both Cubs and Yankee legends, lefties, there with Cody Bellinger and Anthony Rizzo. They used to do that all the time. Bellinger still to this day.
Okay, Nunoff chases that one down. Rizzo could still go.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. It really is sad what happened to the 2016
an unfortunate
Cubs team,
ending to, well,
just in general.
Yeah.
Between him and Bryant, I just mean unfortunate ends to.
And off the top of my head, really the only one still fully doing it right now is Schwarber. I mean,
mean, Contreras is kind of...
Yeah, true.
But Contreras even split time with Montero that year. He wasn't even a full-time guy. That one's in there for an 0-2 count from Tate Bestie, as I reminisce over the last time I was happy as a sports fan.
I was going to say, Javi had himself an okay year last year, but I think he got hurt this year and is not playing right now.
Ground ball over to the shortstop, Riken, over to first in time for out number 3. 1-2-3 go the 79ers. Yankton 3 outs away from taking the opening game of the Lewis and Clark Classic. They look to add some more runs in the bottom of this inning before we get to the top of the 7th. 4-3 your score. We're back in 1 minute from Riverside Field after this inning break, courtesy of Avera.
There's a moment in every real estate deal that matters more than the contract. It usually happens at a kitchen table. Maybe it's a young couple realizing they can actually afford their first home. Maybe it's a family deciding it is time to build something new. At the Move Group, that's the moment we work for. Not the commission, not the closing. The moment a person looks up and says, we can do this. That's the Move Group. So move with Mason and the Move Group.
Move with Mason.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. We head to the bottom of inning number 6 in a 4-3 ball game. Yankton can increase their advantage here, but no matter what, they are 3 outs away in the top of the 7th from taking the opening game of the Lewis and Clark Classic. It's not about, I don't want to say they want to add runs and try to pour something on, but stats do matter here. If it comes down to a tiebreaker in the pool, runs scored and runs allowed both are potential tiebreaker rules as well as just run differential in general. So the tiebreakers for pool play, if things come down to it, head-to-head record is the number 1 tiebreaker, obviously, as that one is in there for a strike. And honestly, thinking about it now, unless there's a 3-way tie, it wouldn't get past head-to-head record. But if there is a 3-way tie, then it would go to fewest runs allowed, most runs scored, overall run differential. And if everything ends up in some issues and we can't decide who wins the tiebreaker, they flip a coin.
I was going to say, does like wind speed or anything like that come into play? Temperature when games played, stuff like that. You know how it goes.
It is Liam Villanueva leading off this half inning. We saw him in the on-deck circle to end the bottom of the 5th. It's the 1-2 count to him, getting his first at-bat of the day. The 1-2 from Kerrigan, and Villanueva pops this one up. Playable in foul territory. Kerrigan will glove it for out number 1, and that's going to send Carter Boomsma to the plate here. Last time he was out on offense, rounded third on a wild pitch from second base, and almost beat it all the way home, but got knocked up a little bit. He's okay and back out there on the field.
Yeah, playing a good game today, both offensively and defensively, and good to see him healthy out there and back up at the plate.
Check swing there from Boomsma. Did not go around for ball 1.
I'm just really wanting to see the coin flip today. Have you seen that in your time as a Lewis and Clark rookie? Is that one's laid down by Boomsma?
And Boomsma's going to beat it to first base as well. I've seen that before at the Lewis and Clark Classic and of the regular season games. And I've seen a lot of that from Carter Boomsma. But the coin flip, I've never seen it go to the coin flip.
I kind of want a coin flip.
We have to go to a gas station outside of some random podunk town in Texas and have a 3-way coin flip.
Carter Boomsma 3 for 3 today, by the way, with an RBI.
Yeah, he's on pace for the sweep in the postgame rewards, I'll tell you that right now. He takes off for second base as well. Throw down. 1 hops past the second baseman, covering the bag. That was a shortstop covering, gets away from him, and Boomsma over to third base.
Yeah, and obviously a game-changing play there potentially with the wild throws, able to take a second bag there over at third base. And now pop fly into the outfield or, a ground ball hitting the right spot. That's probably going to result in a run here. Of course, obviously, you're going to see the 79ers bring that infield in here, try to catch it on the hop and get Boomsma out at home.
Infield playing in here for Jackson Cooter. A ground ball to the shortstop. Still no play at home. Despite the infield playing in, Boomsma's beaten the throw home. So they just go over to first for the ground out. 5-3 your score now. An RBI for Jackson Kudera as he came in to pinch hit there.
Yeah, I mean, that was all him. Then obviously, Kudera, or all Booms were there, and Kudera putting it in play and giving Boomsman a chance, and does just that for the run.
First pitch to Caden Hunoff is inside for a ball. 1-0 count to the Yankton catcher.
And, of course, with that now, that gives Bestie a little bit of room to work next inning there where you can give up a run potentially if it happens, but nice little piece of insurance there for Yankton.
Gotta love some insurance runs. Here's the 2-0 home. In there for strike one. In an unrelated note, this broadcast brought to you in part by Farmers Union Insurance. Insuring what's important in life, call Brendan Hansen for all your home, farm, commercial, auto, health, or life insurance needs. Swung on and missed there for another strike for Caden Hunoff. I don't think we could ever sponsor insurance runs directly because there's no guarantee.
I was thinking about that, yeah.
Because people like to pay for guarantees if they're paying for ads. That one is a infield grounder, no, foul ball. Don't know if it bounced off of the catcher in foul territory or what, but foul ball is the call. 2-2 count for Caden Hunoff. They'll re-rack and do it again, but
I actually was, as you say that, I was thinking about an insurance run sponsor as we were sitting here.
On the sales meetings I've sat in on Peek Behind the Curtain, a lot of these companies, rightly so, they want some guarantees. They're actually going to get their sponsorships heard and said and seen on the air.
Bet on the gamble, people. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, funny enough, I got something for you after this next pitch. Hold on. It's a full count, 3-2. We got a payoff pitch on its way. And Hunoff takes ball 4. You're going to talk about gambling. We're also sponsored by MT&RC Smith Insurance. Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance. They're at 204 West 4th Street in Yankton. Or over the phone at 665-3611. There you go.
You're always one away, people.
You're always one. You're one word away from an ad read here. Quick, say something else to trigger my brain. This is Simon Kampshoff pinch hitting here, and he pops this one up in the infield. Shitting underneath of it for the out. That's out number 3. A 1-run comes across. Yankton 3 outs away from winning their opening game of the Lewis and Clark Classic. They lead 5-3. Excuse me, 5-3. I was reading the 6th inning after 6 innings here on KYNT and KYN-TV. We're back in 1 minute after this inning break, courtesy of Avera.
At Vision Care Associates, we're always improving our technology for the health of your eyes. With OptiMap dilation-free exams, you get a comprehensive view of your retina without the need for dilation eye drops. It's quick, easy, and best of all, it keeps your day interruption-free. OptiMap captures a detailed image of your eye, helping to detect any problems. No blurriness, no discomfort, just clear, precise results. Book your OptiMap exam now.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Spring is here and the games are just getting started. From baseball season in full swing to NHL and even golf, At the Bar has it all on. Add in local matchups and more, and there's always a game worth watching. With TVs everywhere and a welcoming hometown feel, it's the perfect place to kick back and enjoy the game. So bring your friends, settle in, and be part of the crowd, where every cheer feels a little louder and every moment a little better together. You can watch the game anywhere, but the real fans gather at the Bar in downtown Yankton.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Top of inning number 7. Tate Bestie looks to shut things down as Yankton Post 12 is 3 outs away from winning their opening game of the 2026 Lewis and Clark Classic. Also during the Lewis and Clark Classic, they honor the family of Kyle Mueller. Kyle Mueller tragically passed away in a car accident a few years back. They give a scholarship each year during this classic in honor of him. And we'll figure out at some point this weekend who from Yankton will receive that.
And, of course, Peyton here on the staff as well. And I know this means a lot to him.
And as that one slapped back up the middle for a base knock to lead things off. And Post 152, the 79ers. I keep wanting to say post 79. But the post 152 for the 79ers of Scotland, Minnow, Freeman, Canastota. You got one runner on, and now the tying run at the plate technically here in the top of the 7th inning. Not wanting to go down without a fight.
Yeah, got to start somewhere here as you're trying to rally, and not out of this one by any means, just being a 2-run ball game as best he gets strike one looking on a breaking ball, but trying to put on those rally caps.
Do have a pinch hitter here in for the 79ers. As that one gets away from Hunoff behind the plate, and now a runner in scoring position. This looks like Riley Keppen at the plate now. Don't want to just flat out assume relation to Corey Keppen, but it's possible.
So it could be several Keppen families in the area. Who knows? Probably not, but maybe.
Never know. Luke Peters is the one who got on base to lead things off this half inning with a liner up the middle. He's now on second base, and Bestie's behind in the count here to Keppen, 3-1. Bestie does not want to walk the tying run onto the base paths here. 3-1 in there for a strike. Make it 3-2. Count goes full as Bestie is looking to get his first out at the top of the 7th.
Yeah, and kind of needs it. That puts the tying run on if Keppen's able to touch base here, but we'll see what happens.
Keppen pops up in foul territory. Bestie, Hunoff, both converging on it. Goki near it as well, but it'll drop. We'll re-rack it with another 3-2. Anytime you call it the payoff pitch, Josh, there's no payoff.
There's never a payoff. Once again, games going on here really throughout the day, though. We get ready for game 2 here. We'll just have the Yankton stuff later tonight, but action at Riverside Field all day.
Yeah, we'll talk about the full schedule for the Yankton pool in our post-game show. As the tying run is on the base paths in the form of Riley Keppen here in the top of the 7th.
Better walks. That was Riley Keppen. Up to bat number 2.
Another pinch hitter here.
Byerly.
Luke Byerly steps up to the plate, making his first plate appearance today, and he immediately steps out of the box to get the signal from his third base coach. Now we're getting some calls from the Yankton dugout.
See what 415 means.
See, the Lewis and Clark Classic is where I first heard baseball coaches using the 3-digit numbers to decide what they're doing. And as they show bunt here, get the bunt down. Bestie up with it. Runners all in motion, and nobody's covering first. I think there was a miscommunication in the field there, Josh, as the runners were taking off on the throw home and able to beat out the bunt down the first base line. Now the go-ahead run on the base paths with nobody out.
Yeah, and that's one of those, they're looking to get the lead runner, but once again, even third base was kind of up too. That's kind of an impossible play there, obviously, and now in business here with bases loaded, like you said, nobody out.
And you go back to the top of the order now with post 152 as well, as Easton Cheddar comes to the plate. Looking to be a hero in the opening game of the Lewis and Clark Classic. That one left high for Bestie for ball 1. Yeah, we joked about the hour 45, Josh. We're at an hour 27, so
we're
hour 28 there. Now, so we're close.
And you know, you're looking at it here, obviously, extra innings very much in play right now. We'll see what happens, but obviously, Yankton's going to get a chance in the bottom of the 7th if pending on what happens here, Bestie can avoid some runs and get out of this jam, but in a tough spot right now.
1-1 misses the zone. My math was bad. We're an hour 34 in, so technically 11 minutes left until that 145 mark. Here's the 2-1 home from Bestie. Slapped into left field. At least one run's going to score. Boomsma up with it in left. They hold the runner at third. And now we're one run away from a tie ball game here in the top of the 7th. As the 79ers have the bases loaded still with nobody out.
Nice piece of hitting there. And once again, rallying here. Just one run away from tying this game. And obviously looking to do more than that.
Oliver Waltner will step into the batter's box after this mound visit, breaking the action from Kaiser Heating and Cooling. Be the wiser, go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. We'll see if they take the ball from Tate Bestie here, if they're just trying to manage everything on the mound, get everything settled down. It looks like they are going to stick with Bestie out on the mound. So we're going to stay right here on KYNT and KYN TV. Bases loaded, 5-4 ball game. Nobody out. And Yankton, if they're able to get 3 outs this half inning, would win this game. But right now, post 152, the 79ers looking like they are in the driver's seat, so to speak, on not only tying this game, but potentially taking the lead into the bottom half.
Yeah, things are looking good right now. You know, you managed to get a couple hits here, that the miscommunication on the bunt as well, and then that big piece of hitting there to make it just a one-run game. And obviously now, once again, looking to do more here.
Oliver Waltner to the plate.
At this point, if you're Yankton, you're almost willing to trade a double play here for a run. I know that would tie it up, but put you in a much better spot with a double play potentially.
Strike one in there to Waltner.
And of course, if you can get the lead runner out at home or something like that, or a strike, that would be big too. But I think you're also pretty content with a double play as well here.
Waltner pops this one up, shallow left field. Boomsma giving chase. It's going to drop in foul territory. And I think Boomsma could have grabbed that one, Josh, but in the moment, you'd give up the tying run on potentially a sac fly RBI. That would have been a tough play to make it home.
That also would have been just, you know, that's still a short field out there. I don't know. It's one of those we'll never know, but either way, we'll be doing it again here with strike two.
Bestie is one strike away from getting his first out. It's definitely starting to warm up out there at Riverside Field. So we're now into the 11 o'clock hour. Here's the 0-2 home from Bestie. Strike three looking. Big punch out there from Tate Bestie when he really needed it most. And now a double play ball would end things.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was thinking. You need that strike out there. And if you can get another one here or maybe an infield fly or something that'll hold up that runner, it would be huge. Of course, obviously, like you said, double play ending the game. And we'll see if Bestie can get out of the jam, but still has a lot of work to do here.
Bestie leaves that one outside. Can't get him to chase for ball one. Here's the 1-0 home from Bestie. Cheddar sends this one out into right field. It might be deep enough to tie this game up. It is gloved in right by Weir. Throw in is not going to come in time. We're tied up at 5 here in the top of inning number 7. 2 out now, though. 1 out away from going to the bottom half where Yankton had potential to walk it off.
Yeah, once again, just exactly what you needed there. You want to tie this one up at the very least. Sack fly gets it done and just deep enough. And heck of an inning here from the 79ers being able to rally and tie this one.
Bestie steps off to look the runner back at second base. It's Corey Keppen into the batter's box. Bestie comes set on the mound. He'll fire home, swung on and missed. Able to get it by him there for strike one. The 0-1 home from Bestie gets him to swing through it again. And Keppen's in a quick 0-2 hole here in the top of the 7th. Bestie taking his time as he's set for the 0-2. Now he fires home. That one just a touch out off the plate. Maybe a little high. Esty now set for the 1-2. This one on the ground, left side of the infield. Riken up with it over to first base in time. It one hops to Fieser, but he's able to snag it for the out. We're tied at 5 as we head to the bottom of inning number 7. Yankton with a chance to walk it off when we come back in 60 seconds. This inning break courtesy of Avera. 5-5 your score from Riverside Field. We're back in 1 minute.
Text scams continue to rise, and victims who have lost money to these scams continues to increase. Consumers cannot rely on a text message to be truthful. If you receive a message regarding a fine for missing jury duty or utilities being shut off for non-payment, toll road fines, or you've won a sweepstakes, these are scams designed with an urgency and the need to send money now. Do not respond to these texts, and you should contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. That's 800-300-1986 for the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
FM 1021 and AM 1450 KYNT Yankton.
A local business owner came into the UPS store with a large shipment of products for his online store. While they packed everything securely, he asked if they could also handle the international shipping. The answer? Of course they can. For over 9 years, the UPS store in Yankton has been helping business owners with both their printing and shipping needs. Whether you're sending a package across town or across the globe, they've got you covered. So stop by the UPS store in Yankton and ask about them about their shipping services or current print specials.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. We head to the bottom of the 7th as Yankton Post 12 has a chance to walk off the opening game of the Lewis and Clark Classic here at Riverside Field.
Yeah, you know, caught reeling there in the top of the 7th, giving up 2 runs to extend this game. Credit to the 79ers, but now Yankton's got to rally back here and try to close this one out.
Be Taden Kerrigan on the mound for another inning of work out of the bullpen. Good news for Yankton. It is the 1-2-3 hitters in the order due up. Johnson, Goki, and Fieser. If you need a walk-off, those are the guys you want coming to the plate. Our next game today will be between the 79ers. Well, our next game today on KYNT is not until 6:30 p.m. tonight, but the next Lewis and Clark game, the 79ers will stick around. They'll take on Blair, Nebraska. That is scheduled for an 11:45 p.m. first pitch. Here's the 1-0 home, and Johnson rips it into left field. It is down the baseline. No, foul.
Yeah, just went foul on that one. Good piece of hitting, put some hard contact on it, but just went past that foul line.
I might need to get my eyes checked.
I know what I was going to say. I don't mean to call your eyes, but yeah, it was foul.
It looked, I'm losing it. The 1-1 from Johnson misses the zone for a ball. 2-1 count. That was a ball, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it's been a strike today, but that one, yes, that one, it was a ball. I'm sorry.
The 2-1. Low and outside for ball 3. It's a 3-1 count now to Gavin Johnson. 1 pitch away from getting on base anyway, despite what my eyes thought they saw. As that one fouled away. Full count now. 3-2 for Johnson. The designated hitter today, so used to saying catcher for him throughout the spring and through the first doubleheader of the summer season.
And looking to get this 7th off to a good start. In a battle here with Kerrigan. Fouls that one off. We'll do it again. And just trying to get on base and give Yankton a chance to close this one out here in the 7th.
3-2 count here for Gavin Johnson. And he takes ball 4. Johnson will take the walk down the first base line. He represents the winning run now on first base.
Johnson walks.
Yeah, and that's big, obviously, with Goki and Fieser coming up here. We'll see what they can do and get that first runner on, so key.
These are the 2 guys who are really good at scoring runs and bringing runs in throughout the spring season. Goki more so scoring and being brought in by Fieser, but Goki's got the ability to drive guys in as well. Here's a high chopper down the third base line. That one was foul. I saw that one. Not by much, but it was for the 0-1 count.
Are you ready for the Indiana Bears, by the way, or the Hammond Bears?
What?
Yeah, the the
Is that
Chicago
official?
Bears. They're. It sounds like there's still work to do, but it sounds like it's going to happen.
What's the point, man?
Yeah, just moving them out of Chicago, one of the biggest cities in the world.
The 0-1 count. Throw over to first, not in time. I saw the Quad Cities were making a push a little bit.
Yeah. Let's get them.
That would have made less sense.
Let's get them in Sioux Falls or something. Let's do it.
Get a team down in Omaha or something. Goki shows bunt, pulls back in time, and took the pitch off the chest.
That's a tough one to take, but took it nonetheless, and I think he's okay with that. We're putting another runner on here.
Sternum is one of the toughest bones in the body, Josh. Has to be. Protects the heart. That's right where he took that one. Is we're going to get a mound visit here for the 79ers. See if there's a change made at pitcher. We are at the hour 45 mark now, Josh. So if this does go into extra innings, we'll have the runner on second base as usual. Or not as usual, but as they do in the MLB.
Right, but with that, I think Easton Feaser's got different intentions here, right? Led the team in RBIs in the high school season. Already has an RBI today and looking to close this one out right here.
Should be a lot of high-pressure moments in this at-bat for the man on the mound.
And both Goki and Johnson having a conversation with Drew Lawrence right there between short and third, and talking about what they want to do.
Kerrigan on the mound. He's thrown 40 pitches so far today out of the bullpen. Start of the day as the designated hitter. Kerrigan comes set and fires home to Feaser high and away for a ball. And Kerrigan had to pause a little bit once he came set on the mound, Josh. The outfield wasn't quite back into position after their meeting during that break in the action, so I had to wait for the center fielder to get back where he needed to be. Here's the 1-0 to Feaser. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1 count now to Yankton's first baseman. Nobody out in the inning, so Beck Reichen in the on-deck circle.
And that right side of the infield here for the 79ers playing in a little bit, particularly at first base. Trying maybe to catch something there. We know Feaser has capabilities of pulling the ball, but even then a lot of his deep stuff ends up going out towards center field. But either way, trying to catch something on a hop. We did see a play like that earlier on a line drive in this game, hit off the bat of Feaser. So
he's worked the count to 3-1. And Kerrigan at risk of walking the bases loaded here in the bottom of the seventh. He'll come set on the mound for the 3-1 home. He'll kick and deal. Popped up, foul ball, out of play. And now we have a full count here, 3-2 to Easton Feaser.
And obviously, a pivotal moment in this game is if you're Kerrigan on the mound, you're wanting to get Feaser out here. You can't walk the bases loaded.
Kerrigan comes set. He'll wheel and deal to Easton Feaser. And Kerrigan will walk the bases loaded. Didn't miss by much, but left it outside for a ball. That's going to bring Beck Reichen to the plate with nowhere to put him. And this is the guy who in the spring season was the absolute best on the team at drawing walks.
Yeah. And obviously infield creeping in here trying to fire home. Beck Reichen here with a chance to close it.
Reichen stepping into the box here. First pitch, chopped foul. You're yelling from the post 152 bench. Outfielders got to come in. They're playing in as well, Josh. Everybody playing close to the plate here. Here's the 0-1 to Reichen. Another foul ball.
Obviously, a strikeout would be big here. You can bring the infield back a little bit, right? Play for a double play if you can get Reichen to strike out. And Kerrigan with that 0-2 count.
Kerrigan out of the windup. He wheels and deals to Reichen. High chopper in the infield. Coming home is Feaser. He won't get home in time, but only one out able to be gotten on the play. That does set up the double play ball, though, with the bases loaded.
Absolutely sets up the double play ball, and now we'll see if Christian Weir can be the hero here for Yankton with bases loaded and one out, but that's a big play there. And still playing in, still going for that run at home potentially here, kind of foregoing that double play ball and just trying to get the out at home.
Let's minimize the risk. If you can only get one, you want to get the one at home, and then maybe you try to turn two down the first base line if it comes that way. But here's the first pitch to Weir in there for strike one. From here on out, every half inning we'll start with a runner on second base as we have eclipsed the hour 45 mark in our first game of the Lewis and Clark Classic. It's usually how it goes. Here's the 0-1 home. High chopper from Weir over the shortstop's head. That's going to do it. Christian Weir walks him off in the bottom of the 7th. He scores Sam Goki, and Yankton defeats Scotland Menno, Freeman Canastota 6-5 in the bottom of the 7th. A walk-off single for Christian Weir.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there. Gets the high chop. That's one of those that the infield's back. It might even be an out, but with the infield playing in to try to get the out at home, Weir's able to hop it up just enough and drive home the winning run.
That is going to do it for the opening game of the Lewis and Clark Classic here on KYNT and KYN-TV. 6-5, your final score from Riverside Field. We're going to go to break, come back in a couple minutes, and start things off with your post-game report, courtesy of Mason Schramm and the Move Group. Nobody's got to get the center field camera since it was in the booth today, Josh. So
I get to hang out with you guys.
We get to do post-game together, which is rare but fun. I love it. So we're going to come back in a couple minutes here from Riverside Field.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
When pain or injury slows you down, waiting isn't an option. That's why Yankton Medical Clinic Orthopedic Walk-in Care is available Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, right here in Yankton. No appointment is needed. Just walk in and you will be seen. It's faster access to the expert care that you deserve from doctors who live and invest in this community. We're not just your doctors, we're your neighbors. I'm Dr. Brent Adams, orthopedic surgeon with the Yankton Medical Clinic. I'm proud to call Yankton home. We're your orthopedic team and we're here for you.
Upgrading your home? That's a big moment. A happy, feel-good, we're getting a home office moment. When it's time to renovate or relocate for your growing family, our local FNBO mortgage lenders provide the personalized experience and expert guidance to make the home financing process go smoothly. We handle the details so you can focus on making the house your home. Your mortgage moment will be memorable, and FNBO is here to get you there. Visit our nearest branch or go to fnbo.com. Equal housing lender.
Are you on track to retire? I'm Adam Boelter, a certified financial planner with Vantage Financial, born and raised in Yankton, South Dakota. My team and I pride ourselves on building trust through clear, honest advice tailored to your unique goals. From retirement planning to smart tax strategies, we'll create a personalized plan to help you feel confident and secure about your financial future. Visit vfplanning.com or search Adam Boelter, Vantage Financial, to schedule a 15-minute call today.
Vantage Financial Partners is a registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Vantage by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Vantage has attained a particular level of skill or ability.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
In nearly every family's lineage, there's a tie to agriculture. It's a legacy reflected in how we raise our kids, help our neighbors, and respect what we have. Farmers Union Insurance was built on that legacy. And while our roots are in agriculture, our protection has grown to include home, auto, business, health, and life. Protect your legacy. Farmers Union Insurance.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Time for your post-game report, courtesy of Mason Schramm and the Move Group. You buying or selling, move with Mason and the Move Group. We kick things off with your post-game coach interview from Rhonda Westland, State Farm Insurance. We bring in the head coach of Yankton Post 12, Drew Lawrence, here after an opening game win in the Lewis and Clark Classic. Came down to the final inning, but a walk-off single from Christian Weir ends things in the bottom of the 7th, a 6-5 win for your squad in Game 1.
Yeah, it was an interesting game. We give up 3 runs through the first, 5 innings on 1 hit. That's not typically how we operate. So we had to kind of figure out a different way to score more runs than they did. And so they found a way.
And looking at the team you matched up with today, it's not a team you usually play, but it's a local team, fairly local, Scotland, Menno, Freeman, Canastota, the 79ers, a post 152. And you got a lot of teams from a lot of different places coming today. Obviously, we'll have the one Class A matchup tomorrow night against Watertown. But what went into getting all these teams here? I know it's not really talking about the game itself, but how do you get all these teams here?
We just have done the tournament for a long time. Some of these guys have been back year after year, like this Blair team has been. West Fargo's new. That one, and, it's just building relationships, honestly, is what it is. Going to the Central Plains Regional last year, being able to meet new teams in West Fargo and, building relationships and then getting guys to come, and you just send it out. And it's been a successful tournament over the years. People really enjoy the format. They enjoy the 4 different locations. So it's honestly not that hard to fill this one.
And looking at back to the game itself, Carter Boones was a guy I want to touch on. Ends up with a couple hits for him today, and thought he covered a lot of ground really well out in left field. Just all around a good game. Had a bit of a worrying moment at home plate, but it seemed to be fine as he came back out there.
Yeah, he had a good game. He caught a couple balls there in foul territory or running that were big outs for us, and then was able to use his speed at the bats to get some base hits and get some stolen bases as well. So, good job by him.
Looking ahead to tonight's game, Game 2 of 4 in pool play. You're hosting West Fargo, 6:30 p.m. scheduled first pitch tonight. Hopefully everything stay pretty close to schedule here for the Lewis and Clark Classic today. But what are you expecting from them? I know, like you said, you just made a connection with them during the Central Plains Regional last year and ended up convincing them to come down here for this one.
Oh, it's a good program. They're a pretty traditional program that has been successful year after year. So that's honestly, it's going to be a good game.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight in that one. We'll have coverage of it, and we'll speak to you after that one as well tonight. Congrats on the win in Game 1, and good luck for the rest of the Classic.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Head coach Drew Lawrence, the Yankton Post 12 here on KYNT and KYN-TV. We're going to go back to break, come back in a few minutes, and then have your post-game report in full, courtesy of the Move Group. Back after this from Riverside Field.
If you've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury, check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation.
Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet. From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back.
Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
Located on Summit Street across from the high school.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, right here in Yankton, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Rhonda and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Rhonda Westland, it's easy to switch and save. Just give her a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's easy to fall into the weekend warrior routine. A long hike, a hard gym session, a pickup game, or a full day of yard work can feel productive until your body reminds you it hasn't been building up to that load. This is Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. Injuries often happen when the demand suddenly outpaces what your joints and muscles are prepared for. Want to stay active without the setbacks? Visit First Chiropractic Centers today with offices in Yankton, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner, inspiring and empowering others to healthier living.
When it comes to Medicare, you deserve local, personal help, not a call center. I'm Jen Great with Missouri River Associates, right here in your community. I'll sit down with you, answer your questions, and help you find the coverage that fits your life. Call 665-6885 to schedule your free consultation. Missouri River Associates, your hometown Medicare resource.
There's a moment in every real estate deal that matters more than the contract. It usually happens at a kitchen table. Maybe it's a young couple realizing they can actually afford their first home. Maybe it's a family deciding it is time to build something new. At the Move Group, that's the moment we work for. Not the commission, not the closing. The moment a person looks up and says, "We can do this." That's the Move Group. People before transactions. Visit themovegroup.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Does anyone in your family have macular degeneration? At Vision Care Associates, we are dedicated to delivering the highest standard of eye care, utilizing the latest medical advancements to protect and improve your vision. That's why we offer ZX Pro, a new technology that measures the risk for macular degeneration. ZX Pro is a test used to assess macular health before signs of macular degeneration even begin. Be proactive and schedule an appointment.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
From sprains to fractures, getting the right care quickly makes all the difference. That's why we offer Yankton Medical Clinic Orthopedic Walk-In Care, weekdays from 8 to 5. Walk in and be seen, no appointment needed. It's expert care, faster access, and a team that's part of your community. Because here, you're more than a patient, you're our neighbor. I'm Dr. Benjamin Lancaster, orthopedic surgeon with Yankton Medical Clinic. I'm proud to call Yankton home. We're your orthopedic team, and we're here for you.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN TV. Time for your post-game report, courtesy of Mason Strom and the Move Group. You buying or selling, move with Mason and the Move Group. They serve Yankton, Vermilion, Sioux Falls, and Northeast Nebraska. That's the Move Group. Going to kick things off with your stat recap from Mayor Signs. If it's time to review the look of your business's signage, let Mayor Signs help. They offer all kinds of signs. They're on 4th and Broadway in Yankton. What are the final stats looking like? And Josh, I'll let you start with whichever team you want.
Yeah, we'll start with the visiting 79ers here. Easton Cheddar, their leadoff man, did some damage. He went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, had a walk, and later came around to score. The other Cheddar in the lineup also had an RBI on 0 for 3. Kerrigan had a walk as well as Peters had a hit in there too. Looking at Yankton's numbers today, Gavin Johnson did go 0 for 3, but reached on an error and a walk. Later came around to score on that error. Sam Goki went 2 for 3 with an RBI, including a RBI triple, had 2 runs. Easton Fieser had a hit and an RBI today, as well as a walk. He later scored as well. Christian Weir had the game-winning hit. He went 1 for 3 with an RBI. Carter Boomsma went 3 for 3 at the plate today with an RBI and several stolen bases. Jackson Kudra had an RBI, and then Caden Hunoff had a nice RBI single as well today.
So your stats, courtesy of Mayor Signs. It's time to review the look of your business signage. Let Mayor Signs help. Check that. I didn't let you talk about the pitchers. My bad.
Yeah,
I jumped the gun on you.
I was worried about that. Okay, so Ryan Turner, he went 4 innings pitched, only gave up 1 hit, 3 runs, but only one of those earned, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts as well. Tate Bestie got the win today. He went 3 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Guth Miller got the start once again for the 79ers today. He went 4 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, only 2 earned with 6 strikeouts. Then Kerrigan closed things out. He had 2 1/3, 3 hits, gave up 2 runs, 1 earned, with 3 walks and a strikeout as well.
It's going to do it for your stat recap from Mayor Signs. Now we can go into your players of the game, and we're going to say player of the game today. Offensively and defensively, it's going to be Carter Boomsma for both. A fantastic day for him. Offensive player of the game from High V, and defensive player of the game from Olson's Pest Technicians. But between the getting 3 hits, getting out, beating some things out down the base paths, his stolen bases, and his work in the left field, it was fantastic today from him. Yeah, and Coach Lawrence mentioned it in the post game. Just a couple nice big outs he had on some balls that were hitting to foul territory that he made the jump on, and in some tough spots. And then, of course, hitting was good. Had a timely hit in that first inning to add another RBI, and then also base running was a game changer today with him out there as well. So anytime you get him on base consistently, you're going to do a lot of damage, some bunts as well, and had a really great day. Let's take a look at that base hit you mentioned back in the first inning that scored a run for Carter Boomsma, as we can take a look back at that now in your Vision Care Associates replay, where the health of your eyes comes first. It was just a nice piece of hitting from Boomsma, drove it out into right field over the first baseman's head, brought a guy in. That at that point putting Yankton up 3-1 in this one. Final score from Riverside Field, 6-5. Yankton wins. Boomsma's going to sweep your awards today. He's also going to get your hustler of the game, stole some bases, just able to move around the bases really well today, and obviously a lot of hustle in the outfield as well. H&H Roofing has got you covered, and Carter Boomsma your hustler of the game from H&H Roofing. Only have 2 highlights. We just showed the first one from Carter Boomsma, but your post-game highlights courtesy of At the Bar. Here is our other highlight, and it is the final highlight of the game, courtesy of Vision Care Associates. It's 5-5, bottom of the 7th inning, infield playing in, and Christian Weir, high chopper over the head of the shortstop, gets it down in time, and that is a walk-off single for Christian Weir for the Yankton Bucks as they take the win 6-5 here from Riverside. That's going to do it for Game 1 of the Lewis and Clark Classic. Here's the schedule preview from Parker Hannafin of Yankton. This is the rest of the day today. Post 152 will now face Blair out of Nebraska. That is scheduled for first pitch here in the next 10 or 15 minutes. Then Watertown will take on Blair, scheduled for 2 p.m. West Fargo will then take on Watertown at 4:15. And then we end the day with Yankton against West Fargo, 6:30 p.m. this evening. 6 p.m. is the pregame time right now. If that gets pushed back at all or anything changes this afternoon, we'll let you know. But forecast looks clear. Baseball has been good so far through Game 1. Expecting some more good games here at Riverside Field. If you got nothing else going on today for your Friday, come on down to Riverside. Enjoy some great baseball, and we'll be back tonight for Yankton Post 12.
Yeah, Yankton gets the win in Game 1. That's what you have to do in these type of classics. You find a way to stack wins. You do that here in Game 1, and now a big one tonight against West Fargo and a good program. You heard Coach Lawrence say that as well, and looking forward to that one later tonight.
I always love the Lewis and Clark Classic because I have to go out and find logos for teams for our graphics. They're not just saved in our usual folders, and I had to go out and find West Fargo's, but should be a lot of fun tonight for that matchup. But thank you again for joining us this morning for Yankton Post 12 Legion Baseball. We'll be back tonight, 6 p.m. pregame, KYNT and KYN TV. I've been Brayden Butler, joined by Josh Boelter. Big thank you to Ginger Lesher back at the studio, running everything properly at KYNT. And, of course, thank you to our sponsors and you, the listener. Without you, this broadcast is not possible. Till later this evening for more Post 12 Legion Baseball. Stay safe, be good people, and have a good day, everybody. We'll talk at you in about 6 hours.